A real Vegas buffet. Can I get the prime rib? I've never been to a buffet like this.
23rd floor.
Oh.
UFO spotted. What is that?
A restricted area. Area 51 is right off that way. Area 51 Alien Center. Oh man, that's kind of creepy. Crop circles here. That's super creepy. Impala? 50s Ford. Super sketch. 50,000 glass bottles.
1906.
A lot of people lost money here. $3 million to build. So cool. Mine shaft confirmed. A really big building.
I see chipmunk.
Man, look at this. Oh, saying stay out.
I'm ready to strangle him. Oh!
Caution sign. Death Valley. Well, that sounds inviting.
Hi. Oh my gosh!
There's so many of them. Whoa. Wow. Fabulous Las Vegas. Wow. Four Queens, Gold Nugget. He's looking at us.
I see.
Oh, there's a ramp up there. That's a massive bridge. Earlobes ahead. Cyanide Springs. More car.
There's twins.
That is a big casing. That was Willie Nelson's?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Falcon Ranchero. Route 66.
Hi.
No guardrail. Where are you going? Wow, look at the old Indian. Fordson tractor. Going in the mine. There you go. You got it made. What are you doing? He's so little.
Oh. Guys at Tiny Tim.
We're staying there. London Bridge right there. Your own private beach. Welcome to California. This is the stuff I love. Another UFO. Making great time. Oh wow, look at that. How big that chain is. Engine analyzer over here. That thing is so cool. Oh wow, there's a Porsche in here. And there's no rust. Hercules engine. Yeah, it's deep. View of the whole town. Another open mine shaft here. One there. 250 feet deep. Nothing showing you it's here. 310 the Yuma right there. 110 of them didn't make it. Scorpions and snakes in here. What happened right here? Wow. 1879. Nothing's getting past her.
Oh, wow.
A coyote.
Hi.
That is massive. It sounds like gunfire, guys. Little House on the Prairie, man.
He made 7 movies out here.
4 different movie sets in it.
He's Outlaw Josie Wales and Joe Kidd.
Oh.
Lift off.
Launches the nukes.
One silo has a museum.
Beautiful old building. Yogi Bridges. Wave at people in Mexico. Wow. Some things are just genetic. 7 different people. Warped floors and cluttered drawers. 40 feet in every direction. It's the size of a building. There's a Marge for scale. Look at the bar here. That's the actual table right there. From the movie Tombstone. This is crazy. I love it. 59 Bel Air. Oh. Going and going, guys.
Follow me down this way.
This is big. There's 2 walls.
You're about to go us into Mexico. You went the wrong way.
But this whole camp here. It's so creepy. 24 degrees. Tent city. Thousands of them. Coast Guard one there. Money and jewels. Wyatt Earp's funeral. God, he scared me. And Jeremiah Johnson. And this is Doc Holliday's actual. There's a good photo right there. And look at this old one.
They just go.
Oh wow. This goes way up. Marge is over here drinking and shopping. Perfectly solid. Man, it's big. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Welcome back to the Sleeper Dude channel. You may ask yourself, what in the world are you doing at the Atlanta airport? And while going through TSA this morning, I was wondering the same question. We made it through a lot of hard things this morning. Atlanta traffic, we busted it wide open at 6 a.m. We left the house at 4. Marge has tackled some really tough challenges today, like escalators. We didn't even have any Mimi snacks and Tupperware on the way here. We were roughing it, but we made it. We got through all the checkpoints, and now we're about to get on that flight in about 3 hours because we're way early.
Imagine that.
Me and Marge are going on our anniversary trip. It's 19 years, and we are going to go fly to Las Vegas and then go see a bunch of old ghost towns in southern Nevada and all across Arizona over the next 7 days. So we're going to bring you guys along. We're going to see a little bit of Las Vegas at first, kind of, I guess, a video on what is there to do in Las Vegas if you don't gamble or drink. Me and Marge actually went there 4 years ago in 2020. If you know what that was like traveling then, everything in Las Vegas was shut down. We really wanted to go back. Basically, the only things we were interested in, like buffets or shows, everything was shut down. We're going to drive all the way to the Mexico border, like all the way to the wall. Never seen that before. Going to go to some old movie filming locations from some old Western movies. So last year, Marge got to pick Florida. This year, we're going out west. So let's get on this plane in 3 hours. Marge don't like to fly. It's been, what, 3 years since we flew, I think?
I hate it.
She feels better this time than she did last time.
That's true.
It'll be fine, Marge. Wonder what our rental car is going to be.
Sounds right for.
Great. That's where we're headed. Only problem is we're pointing the wrong way right now. This was flat. We're in the staging lanes now. She's over here watching Finding Nemo already. 137 miles per hour. Wow. 30,000 feet. This is Monument Valley. Wow. Never been there. That's so cool. So many iconic movies. Seen in the Searching for John Wayne. Walks out of the cab and that's the backdrop right there. Maybe I'll get to see it in person one day. Right there is Horseshoe Bend. Yeah, Page, Arizona. There's so many houses out here. Takeoffs and the landings. We're in Las Vegas. See the Sphere from here. There's the Las Vegas Strip. You're on ground again. Imagine that as slot machines in the airport. Wonder how many airports in the world look like this. Fake race car here made out of pieces of metal. Looks like something Ralph would make.
And A, B, and C. Please hold on to a
Smooth, isn't it?
for handrail.
Shuttle bus to the rental cars. It's already like Escalades and limousines and stuff out here. We're off. We need something cool that's four-wheel drive. You won't believe what Marge talked him into. What are you excited about?
You might have found one.
This is.
It's either gonna be a good thing or a bad thing.
I know. A white Jeep, which is her favorite color. This may be an issue. Look, she's already taking a picture of it. It's gonna be perfect for driving across Arizona.
Yes, I'm so excited.
We've never had a cool rental car.
No.
I haven't drove a new Jeep since I worked at the body shop. I used to get to drive new cars all the time. Oh, it feels weird to drive. It's like brand new.
Like a reliable vehicle.
I don't understand this. All kinds of private jets over here. And there's the famous Las Vegas sign. Whoa, look how many people are there. Look at her. You can't take her nowhere. Where'd all these people come from? There's not even that many parking spots here. There you go, we snuck one in on them. We ain't waiting in that line. This sign was put here in 1959, by the way. It's huge.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yes. And where we're staying is the Flamingo, which is the oldest casino on the Strip. It's built in 1946. I believe the mobster Bugsy Siegel was involved with funding it and getting it built back in the day. They have like cool stuff in front of all these. Here's the Luxor, which is super cool because it's Egyptian and I love Egyptian stuff. A big light out of the top at night. A lot of these have roller coasters. I mean, they got everything.
I see roller coaster on the outside of that one up there.
Yeah, that's New York ahead of you. This is Excalibur here. I kind of like the older looking ones myself. Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, very cool.
That's closer than we got in New York too.
That's funny.
Look at these walkways that go above the street. Me and Marge is wanting to go to a Vegas buffet. Well, I was planning on driving the whole strip right now, but the way the traffic is, we'll be lucky to make it to our room, looks like, right now. And Marge just got reservations to eat at the buffet at Caesar's Palace, which, from what we've read, is like one of the best ones. And we got to be there in an hour. So we're going to try to park this thing. We'll show you all the rest of the strip later on tonight. And we are absolutely starving because our reservation's at 3:30 p.m., which is 6:30 at the house, and we haven't had lunch yet. Now, this is Planet Hollywood to the right. This is where we booked 4 years ago, and when we got here, it was completely closed, even though we had a reservation. We had to end up staying in Paris.
Which Paris was great.
Yeah, Paris was nice. The Bellagio fountains is to our left. They're setting up some sort of event here right now. And then Caesar's Palace up here is where we're going to go eat here in just a minute. And the Flamingo, you can barely see the top of it right there. That's where we're trying to park if we can find the parking garage. Self-parking. This is us. I feel like I'm going to knock the roof off this thing. It's like
so low
in here. Tucking my head in. I'm worried. We found a spot, and just like that, we look presentable. We dressed up because I think there's a dress code there. There's Wayne Newton.
Oh,
I can't believe he's still kicking. Every one of these casinos is crazy. It's like a mall. You're walking through a mall the whole time. Squeeze would be an overload. One-armed bandits, right? Isn't that what your dad calls them? Here's the front of the Flamingo. I can't wait to see it at night. It was our favorite one when we came here. That's why we booked it. Caesar's Palace. I don't know how old this building is. I'll let you know right now in the video, but it's been here a while, I believe. Wow. It does look like royalty, doesn't it? Like a palace. Now we gotta find where this buffet is. Look at all the people trying to check in right now. It's crazy. Hopefully ours isn't that way. These things are super hard to navigate. They want you to stay in here. They don't want you to find where you're going. There it is. We found it, Marge. A real Vegas buffet for the first time in our life. That's a big moment for us. It's what we get excited about, right?
I see piles of shrimp and crab legs already.
You're gonna overdo it. We've been like over 12 hours without eating. Oh my gosh, seafood everywhere. See the different areas, all different types of food. Whoa, look at the meat. Oh, that's where I want to be. Salad stuff, Mexican food. How long does this go? Oh, Ralphie would love the pizza. It just keeps going forever. Bread, Asian food, sushi. Wow, this is like overload. Oh, Margie's gonna love this. She loves Asian food. All right, let's get to it. Guys, the holidays are upon us. We're just a couple weeks away from Christmas. And if you don't know what to get that audio lover in your life, I would highly recommend the Raycon Everyday Earbuds. I tried other earbuds in the past, but they were always uncomfortable, especially if you wore them for long periods of time. But Raycons are the first earbuds I've ever had that are super comfortable. They have optimized gel tips to make them super comfortable no matter what size ear you got. And they also come in handy for those family get-togethers when maybe you had a little bit too much family get-together and you can just pop these in and get in your own little world for a little bit, take a break. They have tens of thousands of 5-star reviews, and with 32 hours of battery life, you can just pop them back into this charging capsule when they go dead and it charges them right back up. And one of the awesome new features is with just 10 minutes of charging, you can get 90 minutes of use out of these, which is really incredible. They have awareness mode, active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity. They're also weatherproof and sweat resistant, which we put that to the test. I absolutely love my protective case. It even allows for wireless charging. I love popping them in when I'm on a road trip. I can just listen to a podcast or somebody's YouTube video and really get in the zone. And they start at half the price of other premium audio brands, so it won't break the bank this holiday season. They have lots of different color options as well, no matter what you like or the person you're buying for likes. Raycon even offers a 30-day happiness guarantee, so it's a super easy return process. So needless to say, I'm a super fan of the Raycon Everyday Earbuds. I would highly recommend them. They have so many cool features. It's the only earbuds I use. I mean, they converted me from headphones to earbuds, and that's not an easy process to do. So go to buyraycon.com/sleeperdude to save big for the holidays and get up to 25% off site-wide. That's right, you get up to 25% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/sleeperdude. Big thank you to Raycon for helping us out and sponsoring this video and making all this possible. Please go give them some love. Now let's get back to the video. Can I get the prime rib and the honey baked ham. Oh man, look at that. This is gonna be so good. Thank you. I'm not used to being able to get as much as I want with stuff like this. I've never been to a buffet that had prime rib. It's so good. Is yours good?
It's great.
She went more Asian and seafood than I did. I'm meat and potatoes. More prime rib and spinach dip. Look at these little ice cream cone guys. Everything you want here. The prime rib is awesome. And if you put that au jus sauce over it, oh man. They got a little bit of everything here. Things I don't eat at all, but some of y'all may love them. They even got a cheese board. Who does that? Pizza with apple and pecans on it. See if it's any good. I'm trying the tri-tip now. I don't think I've ever had that. How many prime ribs can one person eat?
How many do you eat?
This is 3, I think.
Are you about done it?
I think 3 steaks out my list. Not to mention all the sides I ate. Maybe some dessert. I might have room for dessert. We'll walk around the other side of the desserts here. Apple turnovers. Chocolate lava cake. Whoa, they have cinnamon rolls? Wow. I've never been to a buffet like this. This place is unbelievable. The cinnamon roll is so good. It's so good. I'm glad we don't keep those at the house. Marge is topped out already. Well, that was awesome. Don't do what I did. I way overdid it. And now I'm like sick feeling. Yeah, I feel awful. So don't do what I did. But my recommendation, prime rib with the au jus stuff on it.
Strauss is great.
If you want to know what it costs, I couldn't imagine bringing a family here. It's $184 before tip for me and her. So super expensive, but you know, kind of a once in a lifetime thing. All right, let's see what else there is to do in Vegas.
You see them hermit crabs?
Oh man, look at those. Wow. I heard that they have to feed like 1,000 or 1,400 people in order to break even. Well, I definitely think you're paying for some of the experience there.
Yeah, for sure.
If you think about what it would cost for me to order 3 prime ribs at a restaurant, then maybe you have an argument for the price, but it is very expensive. If I go back to another buffet on this trip, I'm not eating like that. I'm like sweating it. Look at the chandelier in here. It's crazy. No, we gotta keep Marge away from the tables. The sun's starting to go down out here. Flamingo's lit up. Here's Gordon Ramsay's restaurant right here out in front of Caesar's Palace. It's all lit up now. Hopefully they have a reservation in here. Oh my gosh, this is the line for check-in. Okay, let's get in line. Marge is on it now. Took about 20 minutes to get to the line. Did we get it, Marge?
Yeah, we're good to go.
We're checked in. That didn't take as long as I thought it would.
No.
Let's find a room.
23rd floor.
What? 23 floors? I forgot what percentage of elevators don't have a 13th floor. I'll tell you right now. Isn't that crazy? Tackling your fears. Look at this hallway. It goes forever. Ooh, what is this? Is this the bathroom?
No.
What do we got a view of over here? Septic tank. Oh, you can see the Bellagio fountain. You can see Caesar's Palace from here. Was it more than what they said it was going to be? I know they charge like resort fees and
I didn't ask
you didn't even look.
Card.
I'll let y'all
What'd you
know.
gonna say? No, we ain't staying.
I'll let you know when we check out how much it actually costs. A lot of times the room price is not that high, but all the add-ons are. Yeah, the fountains are going. Me and Marge are going to walk the strip, see what there is down there. We're headed towards the link from the Flamingo, but they have like an animal section back here. I see some pink flamingos. Isn't it something in their diet, right, that makes them pink, I think?
It's the shrimp baby.
Yeah, Daddy, bring the model out.
So they got ducks and flamingos and stuff. You're right in the middle of the flamingo here. This is the link. That's pretty neat. It's like an open air mall here between Flamingo and whatever's next door.
Love that.
Oh, Squeeze would love that. This reminds me of Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg has a lot of little places like this where you walk off the strip. Oh man, here's that huge Ferris wheel. No, thank you. There's a lot of people out here. Wow, that is tall. I'll take a roller coaster over that. All right, we're gonna pop out here on the strip. I love the lights, don't you? Heading down towards the Mirage. So this is Harrah's, I guess, here. Look at this big McDonald's here. There's Casino Royale, like James Bond. Treasure Island coming up on the left. And this is the Venetian. I want to go inside there because it's really pretty. You take the escalator, it goes up and it goes back down. They got like gondolas out here you can ride and stuff. A lot of places we've been, it looks like they're working on stuff, doesn't it? Look at the paintings. You crazy? They really go over the top, don't they? Oh, look at the sky. That's so cool. It feels real, don't it? It feels like you're actually outside, but you're not. This is where they do the gondola rides in here. That's weird, like in the middle of a mall, isn't it?
Yeah. So cool.
Look at this room. That is so cool. I couldn't imagine how long it takes to paint that ceiling like that. They do a really good job of getting you lost in here because I have no idea where I'm at now. I think I'm going towards the street, but I don't know. We're hoping we finally found an exit. We've spotted the sphere for the first time. That's so cool. So we're gonna be going there tomorrow night. That's crazy looking, isn't it? Looks like the videos I've seen. It's neat. It looks fake. Like looking right at it, it looks fake.
Yeah.
It seems like it's closer than it is because it's so big. So we're over here in between like Treasure Island. I guess that's Trump Tower there. Here's the Wynn. I believe the Wynn has a really good buffet too. Not that I want to even talk about a buffet. We're gonna go that way first thing in the morning and see some ghost town stuff and go as close as we can get to Area 51. Pirate ship out here in front of Treasure Island. It is neat, all lit up. A bunch of this down here is just kind of closed down right now, doing all kinds of construction. So there's not a lot to see on this side right now. In front of, looks like the Mirage. They're videoing something here. We got all these professional cameras out here tonight. There's the front of the Flamingo. Love the lights. Walking into the Bellagio. Probably not gonna walk around a bunch here. We're kind of walked out, honestly. Once you've seen one of these casinos, you kind of seen them all as far as what there is inside to do. Yeah, it's pretty inside, but I don't need to walk the whole thing. Here are the Bellagio fountains. They got this building built in here temporarily. That's crazy. They can even do that. Yeah, this is normally open, but it's all shut down. That's pretty neat, huh? Yeah. It's loud. You can like hear them when they go off. So the Flamingo's right here. This is Old Res. They got one of these in Gatlinburg too. Leave right there. I think we're done walking for tonight, guys. There's the horseshoe. I guess there's a line to get in there. So apparently this is a thing. There's like fake monks that try to pass out these bracelets and then charge you for them. That's pretty low, huh?
Pretty low.
I couldn't imagine what it takes to keep all these lights going here.
I know, right?
Well, we've had just about enough walking around looking at crazy people and lights. So we'll see you guys in the morning and we'll go out in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. Bye!
Bye!
We can't get out, guys.
What's the problem?
It does not take our room keys to get out. One call. Thank you. It's like 6 something in the morning. We're still not really hungry yet.
No.
I'm gonna drive towards the north end of Las Vegas, actually into Las Vegas, because I think this is paradise. Towards like Fremont Street and old Las Vegas. Vegas is not a super old town. I think it was founded in the early 1900s, but what really made Vegas take off was the building of the Hoover Dam over here. There's the Strat up ahead, which I think is the tallest thing in Las Vegas. That's the front of the Venetian. We're driving down here by the Sphere to get up close to it. So we're coming back here at 4:30 to do the show there. This is one of the big reasons why we came here, aside from the fact that it's cheaper to fly to Las Vegas. Look, you can see the structure through it.
That's wild.
How's that? Is it smaller on the inside than it is the outside or something?
Oh my gosh. I can't even get it all.
0.5 that thing.
All right, 0.5.
Whoa. That's the Hilton there, Marge.
Oh, Lord.
They build these like 3-pronged buildings. It's crazy.
That's so cool.
Kind of cool looking,
yeah.
isn't it? I've never been in there. When we came before, we didn't go there. It looks like it was built in the 50s or something.
Bonanza? Does that say Bonanza?
It says Bonanza
gift?
on it, yeah.
World's
sure.
largest gift shop. I think I've heard that before. Like everywhere else. Every state has that.
Everywhere we go, it's got the world's largest something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love the Las Vegas sign. So I guess this is where Las Vegas actually starts, I guess. Ken Block did donuts under this.
Oh, yeah.
That was so cool. A lot more homeless presence down here from what we've seen. Gold and Silver Pawn is up here on the right from Pawn Stars. Another wedding chapel. We gotta get married, Marge.
We should.
And I don't think the show was ever filmed in that building, even though people think it was. They have like a separate building for that, I believe. That's it. It's not open yet. We're here a little early.
Imagine that, we're early.
Another wedding chapel. Another wedding chapel. I love the Apache Motel sign.
It's very cool.
Fremont Street is off to our left here. Like Circa and stuff is there. And a lot of the original, like the Gold Nugget. And
Oh, yeah. Remember they have all these signs. There's a lot of older signs there.
there it is. That's the beginning of it right there. We're about to get on the highway, though, and head towards Mercury, Nevada, a town you can't go to. I don't know how many people know this, but over 80% of Nevada is federally owned land. So Bureau of Land Management land and military bases and stuff like that. Like Las Vegas is like about the only city in Nevada, really, that's a major city. So we're headed towards where they did all the nuclear testing. You've seen those videos where they blew up like a mock town back in the 50s. This is where that happened. This is also where like Area 51 is. So that's where we're headed towards. We've been driving for a while. We're finally on the outskirts of Vegas. And everything out here is new stuff they're building. All of this looks vacant, like it's brand new and just built. We got about 50 more miles to go, though. I was going to take a back road there, and there was just like no back road. So we've never been out this direction at all. I'm excited. Look how it just instantly turns into what it used to look like, the desert. Once you get past that row of houses, it's just nothing. What is that? Looks like a big anthill.
I'm not sure what that is. There's something over there with a watchtower.
That last exit back there had barriers where you couldn't even get off there. This is all military to the right. So I got something you need to try. I figured out when researching this place. If you go to Google Maps, the satellite view where it shows you everything from above, you know how you can drag the little orange guy over and see the street view? If you do that above Nevada, it shows a little alien spacecraft because, you know, all the sightings in Nevada with aliens and stuff. So you should go do that.
UFO spotted.
We're already seeing UFOs in here, guys. Seems like it's moving slow. I can't really tell what it is. That's why it's an unidentified flying object.
That's crazy looking. What is that?
I think he's moving away from us now.
Okay.
He did use video on that. See, they know that stuff.
I know it.
It's like disappeared.
And you can see for miles out here, and you can't see nowhere he's went.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It's not like Tennessee where he went behind a tree. I mean,
We can see forever.
I don't see him at all.
It's like he was big, and then he shrunk up.
You gotta be authorized to even go there, it says. No public access. Apparently this town is called Indian Springs, Nevada. Big base, huh?
A razor wire.
This thing is not fuel efficient. It's getting like 15 miles a gallon when you're going on flat ground. It's averaging 16. I really expected it to do better than that. I don't even know what engine's in it. I'm gonna have to open the hood. I just assume it's a V6. But it kind of feels like a turbo when I drive it. We're about to pull up to Mercury. So this town was built to house all the people that worked on the nuclear program here when they were doing all the atomic testing back here in the, I don't know, 50s, 60s, 70s. I don't know how long they did it. This is the exit, and the town is right over there to the right. I think you can see this is the beginning of the town right there. But supposedly it was a complete town with like bowling alley and everything. It was just a military town that the public couldn't go to.
They don't want you to get off this exit.
Yeah.
No services.
Yeah. Supposedly it's sitting abandoned now. I don't know if that's true. I wish I could drive over there and show you.
I see a car going right there.
Yeah. See the signs off to your right?
And like they got cameras like right here.
See, the road goes off, and then around the corner, that's Mercury off in the distance there. We're gonna have to turn around because it's a restricted area. So if you keep going off this direction, I'll show you on Google Maps. There's all these craters from all the atomic testing they did here. And if you keep going, you're at Area 51. And Area 51 is right off that way. So, pretty neat. It's cold, yeah, it's like in the 40s today. But Marge's getting that photo out here. So you can't fly a drone. You're not supposed to go past that line. Actually, on Google Maps, it shows like a trailer and stuff here that's not there anymore. All this area is a military base. That's as close as we can get right there. Pretty interesting place. All the history is here. I wish they would let you see some of it, but if that town is abandoned, it would be so neat if they let you, like, you know, tour it or something.
Yeah.
All right, on to an actual Wild West ghost town.
Woohoo.
We're headed towards Rowlett, Nevada. It was an old mining town. So just past Mercury, they have this historic marker here. Testing of devices for defense and for peaceful uses of nuclear explosives have been conducted here since the 1950s. 1,350 square miles. The first test took place on Frenchman Flat in 1951. You think of like Chernobyl or whatever, like you can't go there because there was a nuclear disaster. Like right over there, they probably blew up like 50 of them. Yeah, I don't know how it's even safe to be this close, honestly. I don't know how that works. The government thinks they're watching us. Marge is watching them.
I was trying to find some sheep or something out here.
She ain't gonna miss a thing. I prefer this scenery to the big city myself. I love being out in the middle of nowhere like this. So off to the left here, that mountain range is in California. What's that talking about? Area 51, it shows a spacecraft.
That's hilarious.
This is some sort of Area 51 store or something. UFOs.
Alien Center.
There's a fireworks stand. Look at the big like black cat standing up. Area 51 Alien Center.
That's hilarious.
Told you we were close. Marge just gotta go to the bathroom, so. It's a gas station. Well, we got Area 51 signs and stuff. His belly. This is like a Roswell kind of, huh? I like quirky stuff like this. Oh man. We got our Area 51 no trespassing sign. That's about all we saw of Area 51, so we're gonna get back on the road towards Rowlett. Funny store though.
Wonder what they're mining there.
I don't know. That's the only dark red and black dirt I see. Let us know in the comments what that is. It's shut off to the public, whatever it is. We're about to come into Rowlett right now, and I'm super excited about it. We're off the main road now, which is my favorite place to be. What is all that stuff under the tarps over here? Apparently there's an airport out here. Little planes. This thing's gonna be so dirty by the time the end of this week. Man, there's just nothing out here. Check out this building out here. That's kind of creepy. The playground makes it creepier, doesn't it? I believe that's a gun range. Anybody coming, Marge?
Nope.
I don't see anybody either direction. This is it right here. Rowlett Historical Town Site. This was a gold mining town. It was established in 1905 and it only lasted about 5 or 6 years. So it was only here until like 1910 or 11. It used to be a big city right here. I'll show you a picture of what it looked like. Now there's just a few abandoned buildings here. Apparently a lot of the buildings got torn down and used somewhere else. But there is a really cool bottle house here. It's made of glass bottles. Up there on the mountain you can see some of the wood structure remaining from a mine shaft. There's several mine shafts around here. It's a pretty big area. It was a big town. A few years it was here.
Free museum. Oh, we can't pass that up.
Yeah. Like a moth to a flame.
It's your love language, ain't it?
Yeah, I love museums.
And you love furry.
I do love free, you're right. Look how creepy those statues are.
I don't know what that mess is.
We're about to find Oh, we got crop circles here. That's a good sign. Looks like something Squeeze would do. She's always messing with rocks. What does it say? The Last Supper? That's super creepy. I think that's the creepiest thing I've seen in the desert. Isn't it weird looking? Oh, it's like made to sit on, it looks like, or stand by. Get that shot, Marge. So apparently it's supposed to represent the Last Supper, I guess. I see a bunch of mining stuff up in the hills. See all that stuff? We have what appears to be a Barbie made out of concrete blocks or something. This is what you find in a lot of mining towns, is old pieces of metal lying around, especially old cans. The building's not open right now. Look at that old, I guess that's an old stove. Got like the roofs of buildings sticking out of the ground they put here, it looks like. I don't know what this is. I like the old metal miner guy. Everywhere you look, there's something. If you just look off in the distance, there's like buildings everywhere. There's like a train depot here, a school, a bank, a little bit of everything. There's some abandoned old cars up here. There's a truck and a car. I didn't expect to see that. Is that a four-door hardtop Impala, maybe? Hey, 1320 video sticker. It's early 60s, four-door hardtop. It looks to be GM to me. Let me know in the comments. Whoa. Look at all the metal cans over here. This was their trash pile, huh? Yeah, you always find metal cans at ghost towns. Look at all the glass. Yeah, this is what a town 100 years ago or more would do. Oh, there's a frog. No, it's a lizard. It's a lizard with a really short tail.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
This is really neat. Look at that truck. This is Marge's favorite. Find animals or flowers or flags. It's so quiet out here. Cool old truck here. Everybody's been scratching on it and signing it. Looks like an early 50s Ford, I believe. Not the greatest with trucks, guys. This building's fell down. This over here looks super sketch. Wonder what that was used for. Still got a bed in here. A chair. Oh, wow. It's about falling in though. There's another one. So it says this was founded in 1905, and basically the gold had dried up by like 1910. And by the 1920s, there was only like 14 people living here. So by the time my great grandmother was born, this town had already dried up. It's like a shingle material. I remember seeing old buildings with that on it in Tennessee. I love stuff like this, guys. Tom Kelly Bottle House. So this is a house made of bottles. I don't think I've ever seen a house made of bottles. They got it gated up like a prison, don't they? So it's 50,000 glass bottles, and he paid kids 10 cents a wheelbarrow for the bottles because glass bottles was easier to get than wood. And they filmed a couple movies here back in the day in the 1920s, I believe. And they actually tore down a wall of the house to have the cameras in there to film. And they built it back afterwards. But it said he never lived in the house. He raffled it off for $5 a ticket and lost $500 in the deal. I bet some of these balls are hard to find now. Look at all the different names.
This one's like a medicine, I think. Stomach bitters.
That's so funny.
Blood and purifier.
That sounds like snake oil right there.
Yeah.
Wow, what a cool house. It says they're very rare, a bottle house nowadays. Oh, Squeeze would love this. It's like a little mock town out here built out of bottles as well. Look at this, this wall. I don't even know how that holds the house up, you know? You can tell it's wavy looking down it. Look how there's different colors. Like all these are one color, all those are one color. That is so neat. All the metal stuff they find around here. Our Australian viewers will be happy to know that it was built by an Australian native.
Cool.
So he moved here to gold mine. And there's Tom Kelly during the construction of the house. There's the movies that were filmed here, at least some of them. It says in 1907 there was 8,000 people here, 18 grocery stores, 50 saloons, 19 lodging houses, 35 gaming tables, and 3 railroads came through here. Wow, that's unbelievable. Look at how it used to look. July 4th celebration, 1907. We're about to go see that building. So I believe that is the old schoolhouse. right there. And I think by the time it was finished, there was like hardly any kids here to school anymore because the town was so short-lived. I'm just gonna go ahead and drive down through here and we'll come back. Look to your right there. There's some old ruins there. So all this area was buildings back in the day. I think on the right was like a general store.
1906 it says.
Yeah. Overbury building, whatever that is. And this is that building I said we're gonna go see. This is the ruins of the old bank. So there's been some modern movies filmed here as well. There's a couple scenes from some modern movies that came right up the steps of that building. It's a pretty famous spot as well. Cook Bank building. And the most substantial building is this one right here. I believe this was originally the railroad depot.
Oh, that's cool.
And then once again, kind of like didn't get used very long. And I think it turned into like a bar after that, maybe. Beautiful place. It could be a nice house for somebody. Train car. How boarded up that place is now. Yeah, 3 railroads came through here at one point. This was built in 1908. And it said by the time it was built, the town was already declining. There was more people leaving town than coming into town, despite there being 3 railroads here, which was unheard of. It said there was a separate area for women and men that were waiting at the train station. One end was for men, one end was for women. And a separate baggage claim area even. The railroad was dismantled in 1919. In the 1930s, it was ran as a casino. So, Rowlett Ghost Casino here in the 1930s. So there was like a little tourism boom here in the 1920s and 30s, and then that went away and it just sat here. So they said it's the best preserved building because there really wasn't anything to haul away because it was all made of like concrete and stone. Let's go check it out. It's all boarded up. Man, imagine the people that came through here. Probably a lot of people lost money here, sounds like. Beautiful view though. I love the big porch. I'd like to see inside of it. I bet it's cool in there. But it says this is one of the only remaining examples of this style of train depot because of its remote location, I guess. So I had it upstairs as well. You can see where the sign used to be, whatever it said up front. Look at the gutters.
I was gonna say, look
That's
at
so cool.
Look at the beams and stuff. How?
Yeah, it's beefy, isn't it?
Love it.
And out here they said that wood was really scarce, so it's probably very expensive. I think it said it cost the equivalent of like $3 million to build today. It was like, you know, $100,000 something back then. The tracks even say the name, railroad. It says they're wanting to restore it. I hope they do. That would be really neat if they did restore it. People are going in here, I bet. So cool. Love the building. Man, look at the size of this beam right here. Oh, and this is like one of the turn things for the railroad. Ralphie loves the railroad stuff. He would definitely like this. Something Rosa tells all. I don't know what that's saying there. Look how thick that wood is right there. Man, it's got to be like 2 feet thick. You just don't see stuff like that much anymore. Impressive building for sure. How they rounded the ends of the wood too. Old Union Pacific train car here. LA and SL. Is that Los Angeles? And I don't know what SL would stand for. It looks very fragile now. The square-headed nuts like the Model T had. That's so cool. We're driving out past the train depot here. Marge says she spotted another car. It says no trespassing.
Oh.
There is a car up here.
Oh, we can just look at it from
Maybe
distance.
it's privately owned or something. Looks like a early 50s. That round front end. Now I'm really nervous. Rattlesnakes. Eee.
Might be too cold for him. I don't know.
Maybe. So the first senator for the state of Nevada lived here. He built a mansion here, 10-room mansion. Had all the finest amenities. That's him on his burro. And here's the Cook Bank building we talked about earlier. So look how tall that thing was. Marge got her binos out. She spotted a mine shaft over there. Right there, mine shaft confirmed.
Doesn't look closed up.
Well, we're about to find out. So this is all the movies that this building was in. You can see what it used to look like in 1908. Look at the power lines here. There's not a power line in sight now.
No, their shafts on it.
Oh, Marge just found another mine. So it says this building was built here in 1907, 3 stories high with a post office in the basement. probably the biggest building in town, looks like. There was a financial crisis in 1907, and by 1910, the bank was closed. So this huge bank here was only open for like 3 years. So 3 other banks were here. This is the Overbury building. That's what it looked like in 1907, and by 1910, it was left abandoned. I can't imagine abandoning a building that big. And it was dismantled by 1924. It said it was supposed to be 2 stories, but when the Cook Bank building built a 3-story building, they decided they had to have a 3-story building. That's what they did here. This was the Porter Brothers store, and they had several stores. They were business owners starting in 1902 in San Francisco with a painting business from the gold rush, and this closed in 1910, of course. He stayed on for 9 years as the postmaster of the town. Marge is out here just driving around. This is the second Rylot schoolhouse. It says the original one was just like a tent building, and there was 26 students in February of 1906. 1 month later, there was 46, and by October, there were 74 students with 1 teacher. 1 year after opening, 225 additional students were enrolled, and the teacher went crazy from having so many students. So this building was completed by 1909, and it was closed by 1911 because nobody was here. Once again, a really big building. It's odd to see 3-story buildings in a town this old. It's incredible they had this big schoolhouse and no kids here by that time. Let's go see about the jail, which is over there, and these mine shafts we can see. What a pretty surroundings, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So this would have been houses everywhere. You can see the old roads here going both directions, the old road. So this would have been houses lining both sides, probably.
Here's a plaque on your left.
That's just falling apart now. Completed in 1905, the Adobe Dance Hall.
I see Chipmunk.
Oh, where's he?
He's right there with that bush.
This guy named Bob purchased the 2 lots it's on for $1 a piece.
Wow. He's right in this
Oh, I
bush.
see there's one on the right.
Roll down my window. Come here. Here, baby.
There's still metal cans and pieces of metal all over out here. All over the ground.
This is the jail.
It's jail. It's cool that you can just drive out here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an example of a typical miner's cabin that would have been out here. The sign says they did have some shootouts here and people got put in jail. Look at that door, Tosh.
That's beautiful.
It's like riveted steel door. More metal and wood here. Let's go see a mine shaft though. It's not that often you find a mine shaft you can actually go to the entrance of. I don't know what this is over here, but it's concrete. Probably something to do with the mining operations here. Oh, it's so cool. Look at all the wood holding it up. I just love stuff like this. Man, look at this. So there's a gate right here, just inside of it. That's so cool. Man, I love mining stuff. It's really loose rock here. I don't know what kind it is. Let's see what's up higher. Look at the view though from here. So I've hiked all the way up there. Marge is way down there. This is like a vertical shaft mine, I guess they've tried to fill in. Oh wow. No telling how far down that goes. All up through here, there's mine shafts. So they find something, they start digging, try to find where it stops. It goes off down through there. Sure, you can find some interesting things in there. Just not gonna be me. Oh, that's a big one. Wow. How far back does that go? Oh, that's so neat. I don't have the gear to safely go in there. That's so cool. That's like the coolest abandoned mine shaft I've ever seen. And look at the town from up here. Wow. That's how far away I am. And this one's even got signs saying stay out. Wow. Look back in there.
I am ready to strangle him. I have been sitting here worried sick because I can't even see him. And then I spot his little cowboy self up way up on this mountain. Look how far up there he is. You can't even see.
Here's another one. Oh, wow, look how nicely it's cut back through there. Man, this literally could not be cooler. I wonder how they cut that so straight like that. There's the peak. I'm gonna go back down though before I pull a hammy. I'm already stuck in the wind. It's a bit of a hike up here. So I've walked all the way down from up there. I saw some large animal droppings out here. I don't know what large animal lives out here. Oh yeah, this is another big one too. Looks like it has a door. Margie took the wrong road. I told her to take this road straight ahead. She took the left road.
Coming off the side of the mountain. Now I've got to try and figure out how to get over there to him. Can't even see him.
I thought you was coming over there to pick me up.
It was washed out.
Oh, it was washed out. Okay.
Did you see any snakes?
I didn't see any snakes, thankfully. There's no telling how far I was going back in there. I didn't go in.
It'll scare me.
This road's like
Are you four-wheeling? Well, you better guess it. Oh!
It's all washed out. This place is really incredible, isn't it?
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this place. Now, it took longer here than I thought it'd be. You probably should set aside a couple hours if you're going to do what I did and like really look around.
Read every plaque.
Yeah. We just passed the train depot and we are going this way. According to the Earth view, I think I can go back to the main road from here, but maps doesn't show that I can. So we'll see if this makes the loop or not. We're washed out here, isn't it?
Abandoned now.
This is the road ahead. Never good when you see an old trailer door. I guess that's their caution sign. I think we're gonna have to turn around here. It looks like quite a few people turn around here. If I went around, the Jeep might make it, but I don't want to have flat out here either.
This is the opposite side of the street. And look, there's a whole bunch of stuff over there too.
You could spend forever out here looking. Yeah, there's the sign up there telling you not to go in. We're gonna head towards, I think it's Beatty, Nevada. We gotta get gas because this thing's like driving an RV. I'm under half a tank and it took us that much to get here, so I'm gonna need that much to get back. We've sidetracked again. It says the cemetery's out this way. Look at that road. It goes forever straight ahead. Isn't that crazy how straight that road is all the way to the mountains?
Ralphie would be so excited if he hit that with a mini bike.
Oh yeah. Even out here, there's stuff on the sides everywhere. Yeah. We're seeing metal everywhere out here in glass. We're still going. We passed the cemetery. It didn't look like there was much there. We've been driving forever and the road is basically washed out here. Marge is going to be full panic mode.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
This is why we wanted a full drive right here. I think it's left turn, Clyde. Here. It almost looks like an Egyptian step pyramid from this side. But that's the other side of what I was climbing up right there. This little strip here is the road we were on. I did not think we could have made it around. It looks like it's washed out in a bunch of places. Every time I get out here in the middle of nowhere, I'm like, how did anybody ever make it out here back in the 1700s, 1800s and all that? Like, how did anybody do it? It's a beautiful view. Wow, look at this. Wow. I didn't expect all this. Welcome to Beatty, gateway to Death Valley. Well, that sounds inviting. Look at his burro and his little mining pick. You know, like during the gold rush era, the guys that really made a lot of money, aside from the guys that found stuff early on, were guys selling mining picks and pans and selling food. They'd sell like an egg for crazy money back then. I wonder what they do for a living out here. If there's still mining going on or what. Because I mean, we drove a long way through nothing to get here. Oh, look at that Broham down there, that brown one with the white vinyl top.
Keep driving. Keep driving.
They do have a gas station, right?
There's the Beatty Museum.
Oh, cool. Free admission, Marge. Beatty Lions.
Do not feed the burros. There must be burros here.
Look at that Exchange Club Casino. Whoa, look at all the metal artwork on the side.
That's cool.
It's funny, you just roll into a town you don't know anything about and you see all this neat stuff. That is a cool building. Look at all the gears on the side. It's a motel too. We got a saloon next door. Arco gas. I've never heard of Arco. Well, I finally popped the hood to check the oil. This thing does have a 2.0 turbo motor in it. I thought it felt like it had some boost. Hogleg under here, didn't even know it.
Well, you feel better about it now?
I'm wondering why I don't get any better fuel mods, so I'm wondering. Look. There's one of those dust devils. Me and Marge are gonna go into the Beatty Museum real quick. Might as well while we're here. There's a little mining cart. How you doing? Marge loves turquoise stuff. Oh wow, look at the old pottery. I love old bayonets. Yeah, see, you never know what you find. Charlie Utter's jacket here. Friend of Wild Bill. There's Charlie Utter at Hickok's first gravesite in Deadwood. We got a video on that if you hadn't seen it. Man, this is bigger than I thought. Oh man, Ralphie loves this kind of stuff. He's been making stuff like that. A lot of old stuff from this town. So this is Rhyolite, the town we just came from back when it was going. Look, Tosh, that's how it was.
That's wild.
Look how it looked right there. It was already a deserted city then. You can see the power lines were still up. There's where we were. Cool little museum. It is neat. All the old camera gear here. Probably the kind of cameras they took a picture of that town with. It's worth a stop.
Yeah.
That's Rhyolite 1926. That's that schoolhouse we were just at. You'd think somebody would use those buildings for something as big as they were. She says a lot of wild burros here, but you're not supposed to feed them. We ain't seen a single wild burro. We found the burro. The lady told us near the Family Dollar is where they usually hang out. I just saw one down the side street down here, Marge.
Where? I ain't seen it yet.
I'll show you.
Oh my gosh.
So if you come here to Beatty, look for the Family Dollar.
Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of them in that yard. This is the coolest moment. Look, they're just laid out.
2 mamas and babies, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Oh, she thinks we got food. Sorry, we're not supposed to feed you. I'm sorry.
Let me look back around to your side.
Oh my god, they're so cute. But we can't pet them, right?
I think you can pet them.
Yeah, I won't pet them. Look at these lazy bones. Hi, Burrows. Hi,
You
Mama.
know what they're saying?
Hi, Mama. Hi. She bites me, Josh. You better take off. Hi, Mama. I'll pet you. That's a good girl. Hi. Can I pet you? Hi. Hi, Mama.
This is living the dream for Marge right here.
Hi. Okay.
All right, stay out of the rental car, okay?
Hi. Okay.
All right, we're gonna go now.
All right.
We're gonna go.
Bye.
We're getting chased down for
Bye.
food. They said that Bureau of Land Management won't allow you to feed them. That little baby had the furriest head.
Oh, it's the best.
Let's head out back to Las Vegas. I'm gonna try to make like a circle. I have to backtrack for the first part, but after like Crystal, Nevada, I think I can make kind of a loop. Oh, look at here. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my gosh!
There's like 20 of them. What do they live off of out here?
See, they don't need a lot to live. We overfeed them in our part of the woods. They just eat these little shrubs and stuff.
There's so many of them.
I don't think I've ever seen one that was black like that.
Yeah.
The one on the left.
I can't believe we drove around as much as we did and never saw any before now.
So cool. Bye, burros.
We're just passing, I think it's Cary, Nevada, and we're about to turn on 160. We came out the north end of Las Vegas. Now we're gonna go this way and kind of the south end. Completely different route. It looks like it goes over the mountains. I just don't like to backtrack the same way I came. I guess we're headed towards Pahrump. Is that a thing? It'll be an older road. It's 2 lanes. I like these older roads.
I'm not sure what's over here to the left.
It looks like somebody is cording up cars over there. What in the My Name is Craig is going on over there?
Exactly. Looky there.
I think that's the first one we've seen.
I think it is the first one we've seen. It looks new.
They know what's going on.
Got some cacti action going on.
It's like cacti everywhere over here. Tomorrow morning we're heading towards Arizona, guys. The scenery's kind of changing here. Going back through the mountains. Mountain Springs, I guess is the name of this one. Looks like a cave almost up there.
Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. We're coming into it now. I see it up there.
There's the Strat. Kind of wish we were coming in the dark.
Yeah.
It's kind of surrounded by mountains, isn't it?
Yep.
Christmas is a couple weeks away. We have merchandise at thesleeperdude.com. Hats, hoodies, paintings, t-shirts, keychains, metal artwork. We appreciate your support. It's only available at thesleeperdude.com. Check out our second channel at SleeperDude2, our third channel at SleeperDude Armed, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at SleeperDude88, Rumble at SleeperDude. Let's get back to the video.
After battling some crazy traffic, we are getting close. So the parking is closed down there right now. So we're having to park like next door and walk, and it looks like a really nice place to walk. Wow. So big.
Sphere parking to the left. Let's do it.
So it's $30 to park here. It's a little
Slightly
pricey.
excessive.
A little pricey parking. It is so big when you're walking up on it. It's gonna be so cool when we come out at night. Wow. It looks like the videos I've seen. So it's a bunch of these like 2-inch circles that are LEDs, I guess. And there's a cage around the outside. And the inside building is a little bit smaller. I did not realize all that. Oh, there's a big line in here. It's filling up. I don't know how many people can get here in one show. I'm glad we got here early because we're almost to the front line, but that line goes out the door and down the stairs now, and it's freezing cold and windy outside. Yeah, so you probably want to get here early if you do this. So you gotta go through security. They gotta scan you and everything, wand you. It's kind of crazy.
Hello there, my friend. You've asked if I'm able to tell how many people are standing in front of me. It would appear that we have over 100 people standing here with us now.
That's creepy. It is crazy in here. We're on level 200, so we gotta go up. Whatever happened to just having a paper ticket and walking in? They rip it in half and hand it back to you. That was the good old days. It's so ridiculous nowadays. You gotta download an app to get in anywhere. I'm excited to see what this is like. They sure do talk it up big. It looks like it's gonna be pretty awesome. They do multiple shows a day. This is the first one, I think. Here we go. This is like the coolest movie theater ever.
Bathrooms were so dark, you can't even see if they were open.
Man, look at this place. It's huge. So the whole thing's a screen though, not just this square in front of us. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. Look how many people are in here now. It's gonna start in like 3 minutes. But the edges and the bottom don't have hardly anybody. It's time. Whoa. It just got big. Oh, it's blowing air on us. Whoa.
Oh, Lord. I had to close my eyes.
Wow.
Wow.
It goes all the way up. Wow. Oh my gosh, it feels weird. Oh, it feels like we're falling. Oh, look at the jellyfish. Oh, it's so crazy.
In the seas it began.
It's so realistic. There's the kids.
Life scampered forth everywhere, building, feeding, making.
Oh. That's crazy. Told you he was gonna jump.
Hungered and thirsted, it rested and ran.
And everywhere there was life.
Oh, the smell. It smells like it. Oh, I'm hungry now. It looks so real. When you look up, it looks like you're in the room.
our own accord.
That was really cool. It had some really cool scenes. It's kind of an odd story. It's like how people are bad for the earth, so they built a $2 billion movie screen to tell us how bad we are for the earth. Makes a lot of sense. Inside and out, it looks crazy, yeah. Let's go see what else we can do in Vegas tonight. Last night in Vegas. We just tried to use the bathrooms, and they're like, oh, bathrooms are not available. That's crazy. The outside is just as crazy, especially at night. Well, that was really fun. It really was. Oh, there's the rail thing. I guess you can take that to different places around here. I'd at least advise you to come look at it from the outside at night if you come here. I think we're going to try to go to Fremont Street. It's got a big LED screen for a roof over it. Original Las Vegas. Fabulous Las Vegas. That's so cool. So it's only about 3 miles from here, but it says it'll take 15 minutes to get over there. All right, here's Fremont Street right there. See if we can park in here. This is the Fremont Street Experience parking garage, if you're wondering. So there are casinos down here that started out as old as 1906. So this is where the original town was settled. And look at the LED ceiling up here. Got them jams pumping, don't they? There's a lot of police presence here, so that's nice. Another warning is if you see a street performer, you know, you take your picture with them or you video them, they want you to pay them. All kinds of souvenir places here. Man, look at that ceiling. Wow. That's crazy. I think it's kind of famous too for back in the day, like there was $5 steaks or something. And I believe there is still some stuff down here like that. Any kind of souvenir you want. $10 prime rib, $13 steak and lobster. So they're kind of known for deals like that. Mike Myers right there. Man, I love this intersection here. Oh wow, people ziplining. You got one at every corner. Four Queens, Gold Nugget, Binions, and the Fremont Casino. All right here together. It's so cool. The big cowboy is awesome. There's Circa, which that's a pretty new place. Golden Gate down there on the left. Built in 1906, at least the original building was. So this was horse and buggy through here back then. So there you go, there's the oldest building here. I'll try to find a picture of what it looked like when it was built in 1906. There's some history down here though. But that's all of Fremont Street right there. We didn't go in a bunch of casinos because once you've seen one, you've seen them all just about. Big gorilla man out here. Oh, he's doing some crazy paintings. Airbrushing. So Fremont Street definitely has a little more of a sketch vibe, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Quite a few more people trying to come up to you and get you to do something. And one thing I definitely don't want to put out there for our audience is the idea that Vegas is completely family friendly. I would not bring your kids here, guys. There's a lot of crude advertising and everything else. So just because I didn't show it in this video doesn't mean this is a family friendly place to go, really. Heart Attack Grill. If you weigh over 350 pounds, you eat for free. I think we've seen enough. Let's go back to the strip and maybe walk around somewhere we hadn't been. It did only cost $4 to park here, so nice parking garage. Yeah, it's so cool. There's a lot of homeless out here walking around. I don't think I'd want to walk around out here. We just about didn't get parked. We're on the top level. Look at this guy though. He's looking at us. There's the Eiffel Tower coming out of the top of the Paris Hotel. He's a young kid. Wow. He's good, isn't he? So here's the Planet Hollywood. I think we're gonna walk in there, see what's here. Yeah, this was totally shut down when we came here in 2020. Here's another Gordon Ramsay place. He must have a lot of restaurants here. Apparently, everything's closed and under construction right now. Just kind of more of the same, honestly. Nothing we're really interested in, but I guess if you like to walk around the mall and people watch, it's all right. Me and Marge are about spent. I don't know how much more walking we're going to do. That's somewhere we've never ate, was the rainforest. Well, I think it's going to be the end of our walk. Well, there you go, guys. There's the Las Vegas Strip. Time to head to Arizona. Good morning. It's sunrise in Las Vegas. It's not even 6 a.m. yet. Man, it looks crazy, doesn't it? So we're gonna head towards probably Kingman, Arizona to get on Route 66, it looks like. If you're wondering, the Flamingo charges you $50 a night resort fee on top of your room price. So little FYI there. I knew it was coming, I just didn't know how much it was. Nice F100 over here. It's been here every day. I haven't seen it move. Yeah, we're trying to leave the parking garage and our cards won't work. Thank you. They literally just gave us those keys. It's like, here, you'll be able to get out of the parking garage now. We told them our other keys didn't work. The key never worked to get out, did it?
No.
All right, let's get out of this town. I'm over the big city. I'm not built for this. Crazy looking stadium over here.
Allegiant Stadium?
Yeah, Allegiant, I guess. Instead of taking the interstate the whole way, we're getting off the Boulder City exit. We're gonna try to drive across the Hoover Dam. I think you can do that. Once again, that was something that was closed when we were here 4 years ago. They're big on their decorations out by the highway. Everywhere around Vegas, we've seen this kind of stuff like this. Look at that COE.
Look at it. Love it.
I love those kind of trucks like that. Man, look, another one. Look how cool that one is.
He's a wrecker.
That's awesome. So that is Lake Mead right there. We saw it from the airplane. There's a hiking trail, and it goes through tunnels on the side of the mountain, which was the original tunnels they used to build the Hoover Dam. They supposedly have rams here. When me and Marge were here, we never saw a single ram, but it is a beautiful hike. Look how low the water level is. 30 feet down or 40 feet?
I say like 200, but...
Wow, okay. Marge. Big drop off here, Marge.
Yeah. Stay that way.
That's the highway down there. I guess they've had to move the boat dock and everything, huh?
Yeah, they've had to move around.
See the tunnels and the walkway down there?
Right there.
So you can hike through all that. Really pretty.
Here's a chipmunk. Oh.
Look at him, he's telling you something.
Hi, buddy. You're looking at it.
There's another tunnel right there. That's how they built the Hoover Dam. Look at the bridge to your right. That's the one we're going to be going over here in a minute.
Wow.
You can walk out on that bridge too, guys. That's
crazy.
Huge. There's the Hoover Dam. Holding back that big lake. So you can just drive right across it. Nobody stopped us or asked us to pay or anything. It's pretty neat.
Cool.
Nevada time. And then on the other side is the Arizona time. So this is the Nevada-Arizona border. Wow, that is really low water. I guess that's what happens when you build a city in the desert, huh?
Yeah.
The rocks here are so red. We're in Arizona now on this side. Marge finally took me back to Arizona.
I'll quit it.
Finally.
I see one up there. I see
there's a ram up there.
I
You're
see
right.
it. Wait, let me zoom on him. Slow down. Oh, oh, oh.
There is one here. Yep. Rocky, what are you doing?
There you are.
He's up on top. Look at her go. So they do in fact have rams here. There's your overhead view of it. That's a massive bridge. Like, the picture doesn't do it justice. That's huge. I'm gonna look up some old pictures of how high the water level used to be and put it in here. I'm sure it used to be a lot higher. What is that sign saying? Like earlobes ahead? What is that?
Ah!
I don't know what that sign is. The map does show that road goes the way we need to go, but you can't go that way. You get a U-turn there. It's definitely worth doing it just to drive over it. So it says they built this from 1931 to 35, which would have been during Prohibition, and Las Vegas sold alcohol. So that's kind of what built Las Vegas from what I understand. What are those guys they're doing? What's that?
They're holding up the flag. I don't know.
What's that about?
Not sure.
They do tours here and stuff, but it's not open yet. We're gonna get on this road, head towards Kingman. You can't even see the Hoover
Can't
Dam.
see.
If you're on this side, the other side, I'm sure you can. We're in Arizona.
Woo!
I love Arizona.
Woo!
It's crazy how much land out here nobody's living on. You just go a few miles out here and it just completely changes what it looks like. You go from mountain to completely flat. Look at these places out here. All these last stop, barbecue, Everybody's building says last stop.
There's a lot of people out here. RVs and such.
I don't know how they live out here. There's some thin cows.
Look at these cows.
Thin
Wow.
compared to Tennessee cows. We're turning off here, going into Chloride, Arizona. 1860 mining town.
Don't worry, there's a plaque to read.
It was a mining town for gold, silver, copper, lead, zinc. Yeah, let's go check it out. Population 352. Tractor and a cactus. That's everything you need in life.
Exactly. I love that cactus.
It's a little sleepy town, and we're on Tennessee Avenue.
What about that?
I love the old gas station here. Mine Shaft Market. Indian jewelry, groceries. This is so cool. Look over here. Put your face in there. This looks like a little mock western town, like you see, a little tourist attraction. I think we're seeing the back side of it here. Maybe we can drive in front of it. Cyanide Springs. Wonder what that is. This steam train here. I like the Ford truck. Oh, look at the Samurai.
Oh, there's my samurai.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do like a western show here or what.
I don't know.
I don't see anything going on right now.
Sure is cute.
They really shot that car out, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Poor car. Oh, that's a post office, isn't it?
Yep.
That's their post
Yep.
office. A lot of these small town post offices are not profitable at all.
Yeah.
If it wasn't government run, it wouldn't still be there. There's a Maverick. I heard
Look
the Maverick
at
on the way.
there.
Oh, deer and a baby.
Oh my gosh. There's twins.
She's got twins.
Go up there. Go on. Oh, right there. Oh, there's two mamas and two babies. Hi, mama.
Oh man, I love seeing them. Definitely worth the stop to come to Chloride. It's only 4 miles. One thing I haven't said is we have no reservations past this point. We have no idea where we're staying tonight or the next 5 nights, 4 nights, whatever it is. Wherever we end up at night is where we're going to stay.
Hopefully not in this Jeep.
We're coming into Kingman now. Hey, look, there's this little Suzuki. That's not a Samurai. I forgot what those are called.
Oh, I like him
It's
too.
like even littler. My great-grandparents, my grandparents, my dad, uncle came here in 1976. Some old car here. I remember that. We're going to get on to Route 66 as soon as I find it. I know I haven't showed it, but I'm going off the map, guys. We got the map back here. I'm going to do a little bit of a funny route. So we're going to get Route 66 and go up towards Wallapai and all up this way, down to the end of Route 66, and then just make a loop back on the interstate to Kingman, because we want to see Route 66. They say this is like the best spot to see on Route 66 is right through here. Seligman is supposed to be the basis for the movie Cars, the kids movie.
Oh, cool.
Once we get back to Kingman, we're going to go on Route 66 and go down to Oatman, Arizona. Really pretty drive, and they have burros there. That's pretty cool. Mural there. A lot of these Route 66 towns, they really go all in on the history of Route 66, which is cool.
As one should.
Exactly.
Powerhouse Visitor Center and Route 66 Museum.
Oh, we gotta see this. Oh man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames. It's a really pretty building here. I guess it's the old powerhouse. It's Arizona's oldest known reinforced concrete building. Built here in 1909. A real phone booth that works. Our kids think those are hilarious. This is big, isn't it? We got a train that goes around the top. Ralphie absolutely loves train stuff like this. So you gotta go upstairs, go to the museum. We'll see what this is about. This is pretty cool. You pay $10, you can get into this and the Mojave Museum and this antique house. So that's pretty cool. Cheap too, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a big casing, 1928. What kind of vehicle is that? That's downtown Kingman in 1928. My grandmother tells me about when they moved from California to Tennessee. She remembers seeing vehicles like this, just like mounted over with stuff, traveling on the roads. She called them Okies. It was a rough time for sure. What a way to travel. Now that's a hat that might actually fit my head right there. We had one of these, Marge. We had a blue one we got running on channel. It had a overdrive transmission, overhead valve V8. They're really ahead of their time. Ours was a Land Cruiser, which was the top of the line one. She's sitting here wondering, now why hasn't he made me one of those?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I knew it.
Tailgates you can
I know, I need to get on that, don't I? Oh, look at the little town here. Central Mercantile. This is a bunch of the mines in the area.
The petrified logs are
Really?
beautiful.
This is all electric vehicles here. Oh man, they even got like a land speed car. That was Willie Nelson's?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And Waylon Jennings golf cart.
That's another thing Ralphie loves, is little tiny vehicles. Oh, this is the original Tesla, Tosh. Like the first Tesla he came out with, he took Lotus chassis and put electric motors on them. Oh, come on. Did they really do that to a 32 Ford Roadster? I couldn't have done that. You remember that Henry Ford's wife drove an electric one?
Yes.
She didn't want to deal with a gas motor, so she had electric. That's funny that her husband owned Ford and she drove one of these.
Yeah.
It really looks funny with the springs hanging out here. You can pull under this sign and get a picture with your car. This would be really neat if you had an old car here. I'm gonna go over to this Mojave Museum we just passed because it comes with your ticket. Might as well. It's all the presidents and their wives, isn't it? A lot of them I've never seen their wives before. Little artifacts and stuff they found. Miniatures. Look at pieces of all this stuff. My grandpa's got one of these he found on the farm. A lot of Indian artifacts where I grew up. Have you ever seen a saddle that fancy?
It's beautiful.
Andy Devine. It was a gift from the Kellogg Company in 1950.
He wrote it in the Rose Parade.
That's gotta be silver, right? I would think. Got single action armies down there too. This is a tree with an 1873 Winchester grown into it. It said the guy was out there and a bear tried to attack him. He had set the gun into the tree and he had to run off from the bear. Went back to find it, never could find where it was at. And this was 30 feet up when they found it. That's how much it grew. That is unbelievable. It's actually pretty big in here. Got a little bit of everything. This is 1946. This is the Kingman Airfield. It was a storage depot for planes after World War II. 7,000 planes. Look at the big pipe organ. You don't see that often. There's one of them. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
The SOS.
Yeah, SOS. That's what you call it, yeah. Oh, by the way, we just got a home phone, and Squeeze is addicted to it. She's calling all of her friends. Yeah, she's the coolest kid in school because she has a home phone now. She calls her grandma and great-grandma and nephews and everything. Which way do you exit?
The gift shop.
Exactly. I love Kingman. Very cool.
Yeah, good stop.
We're getting our kicks.
Route 66.
Exactly. This is actually a museum here too, and that $10 gets you in there too. If you want to go, this is the Bonelli house. I think it's like one of the founders of the town. All the crazy old signs and vehicles parked everywhere. Look at all the scrap metal.
That's a ton.
That's more than a ton. That's a lot, man. Look at the old signs like Arizona.
Oh my gosh.
The Golden Corral sign.
No!
Come on, you can't do that. Look at this American man. No hood on it at all. That's class, guys, right there. This goes on forever straight. I've seen pictures of this one before. Tosh, look. Look, there was some artist that built all these right here. And I can't remember this guy's name, but he has a name. I like the Nash Metropolitan there. Bunch of old cars.
Very cool.
It doesn't look like it's open. Looks like it used to be a hotel here. Very neat. So, the Ranchero. Ralphie would like the C4 vet over here.
Yeah.
I like those Volkswagen station wagons. They're so cool looking. Is that a Triumph? Fiat? I wish it was open. Closed down gas station over here. Y'all got a fence around now. Oh, look at that old house. Schoolhouse or something. Look at this corral here for the built out of railroad ties. I will say it's farther between towns out here than I expected it to be. You drive quite a long ways without seeing anything. I got the grub zone over here. I like that old livery truck. Orlando Hotel looks like it's closed down. Oh, a bunch of old trucks right there. Frontier Motel. Probably was booming while Route 66 was still the main road. This road was built in 1926. Old Maltese has been driving up and down this road. Couldn't imagine driving that far. So we're on an Indian reservation now. Look, all the houses look the same. I don't know if that means they're like government housing. I'm not sure, but they look all the same. They look all abandoned right now. I don't know if they just built them and nobody's moved in. Cool barn there. What is that?
I like the building.
That's not even really a sign. It's like painted over. Wallapai Market. Look at that whole building there. It's so
Very
cool.
cool.
A lot of government looking houses here. I'm wondering what that road is because I'm assuming this is the original Route 66, but I'm also questioning, is that the original road over there? Because it looks like a single lane road that's grown up, that has bridges and stuff on it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. There's a dinosaur up here. Looks like a Sinclair dinosaur. That is a Falcon. Look at these old vehicles. We're gonna check it out. Oh man, look, it's got a small block Chevy in that tractor. Man, they shot that old car up. That's terrible.
Yep.
I want an old military Jeep so bad, like the very first ones. There's a Falcon Ranchero, GMC like C10, Jeep truck, 55 to 59. Look at this Pontiac. Did you see the old motel back there? I love them long single-story motels. Yeah, that's a Falcon. Wrecked in the front. I got about 3 like that. I don't see anybody saying the motel. Look at all the gas pumps. They got like 10 gas pumps up here. Gas station's not working anymore. So you got like a little store and RV park here. It says Cavern Tours, Authentic Dinosaurs here. A little bit of everything. Mountain range on the left just goes forever, which the Grand Canyon is like that direction. Don't lose your head to save a minute. Need your head, your brains are in it. That's true. Burma shave. I think we're coming into Seligman here. 25 miles an hour. Marge has never been down this low, ever. They run the trains non-stop out here.
We've seen so many going.
I bet that's the 10th train we've seen. Birthplace of historic Route 66, yeah. So the guy that lived in this town was the one who started the whole Route 66 for tourism thing to save his town. Roadkill Cafe, Marge. Supposedly the Cars movie is based off this town. We barely made it here on fuel. Oh, I love the little fake western towns.
Jail.
Roadkill Cafe.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I wonder what that was.
I don't know. They're old, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Old
Railroad,
trucks.
maybe?
There's a bunch of old cars to the right. There's another cab over.
Looks like a little guy.
Corvette. Copper cart. Look at all the stickers on that van.
Cool.
Wow, look at that place. The Snow Cap. We gotta go there, Marge. We gotta go to the Snow Cap. We just have to. Here's an old 4-door car from the 20s. Another old car over here. Looks like it's not fixable though. Half of a GMC truck. They got food too. It's not just ice cream. It looks like an old dealership or service station that's closed down. Some of these places, like this isn't even open, whatever this is over here. Very cool town here. Right on Route 66. Get them photos, Marge. I like how it's all painted up. You just gotta love these old roadside attractions. They're just so neat. A bunch of old cars back here. A little bit of everything. definitely a neat town to visit. And we're going to get on the interstate and head back towards Kingman and then into Oatman, Arizona.
Yay.
44 towards Oatman. This is historic Route 66 as well. We're gonna head out in the middle of nowhere, Oatman, which is actually towards California. It's funny how all the early cars like that look very similar. This is definitely the original road here. It's very narrow, dips a lot, pretty rough. It really dips through these washes. You see any burrows yet?
Not yet.
There's either a burrow or a chupacabra ahead of us. Just across the road.
Just saw it. I think it's burrows.
That's a baby, isn't it? A little one?
Hi.
How do they even make it out here?
I don't know.
It's just rocks. What are you even eating?
Hi.
The story I've read is they used them out here in the mines. When they left, they just let the burros free out here. They just lived out here ever since. So that's the story I've been told, at least. Cool Springs Cabin here. So it's even been in some movies and stuff.
Breaking Ram.
How you like that guardrail, Marge?
Yeah, stay on that side over there.
It just really winds through here. I think it was originally like a donkey trail.
Looks like a donkey trail.
Ed's Camp over here. Another RV like ours. Huh. So that's not open to the public. It's private property, but pretty cool. It used to be a stop here.
Put a little stack stone right there to keep the road up.
That's all it's holding us on the side of this thing, I think. What a view from out here. Beautiful.
Hanging on the edge here.
It is a nice drive up through there. I mean, really, how much better does it get? Route 66, no guardrail in the mountains. Beautiful views. Oh, there's a burro.
Oh,
At the rest stop over here.
the pull off.
Back half of T-top car. Some old foundations of some buildings down there. Looks like they're still mining here.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh.
Man, it switches back, doesn't it? Oh man, somebody wrecked her. Crunched. Looks like a 70s Japanese car, maybe. I think we finally made it to Oatman. It's quite a drive out through here, but it's a pretty one. The town is supposedly named after the Oatman family were abducted in Arizona. I don't think this is the exact site it happened at. In Olive Oatman. If you've ever seen the picture of the woman who was tattooed blue on her face back in the 1800s, that's Olive Oatman. And her family was abducted. Her and her sister, her brother lived through it. Look over here. Supposedly that's what this town's named after, is her family. I like the pay barrel. That's hilarious. I guess we paid to park. Sorry, forgot my cowboy hat. Makes my shadow look cool. Post office again. You gotta love the little post office. Man, look at this town. It's so cool. Zoltar. I love the wooden sidewalks. It's so cool. Get your old wagon wheel, Marge. That looks like it's off a Model T. You can buy anything here. 200 bucks. 250. Mission in Antiques. Oh, wow. All kinds of cool stuff in here. Lots of leather stuff, lots of antiques. They got replica little guns and stuff. Old locks, all kinds of stuff. I love this stuff. They even got the holsters. That's a lot cheaper than you can buy them in Tennessee. Look at all the old stuff. They got all kinds of old tools. Wow. Ralphie loves this stuff like this. Like these are made out of railroad ties. Man, not cheap, are they? Man, I love this store. Look at all that stuff they got. A little bit of everything here. 3 donkeys out here. Bought Ralphie his gift. He told me to watch out for blacksmithing tools. Oh, here's a 4th one. There's a baby. You see the baby?
Oh my god.
The baby over there?
Yeah, watch her. She'll take your purse and everything and grab hold just the bottom of it and shake it. Out of your arm.
Oh, look, it's going up right in the store over there. Where are you going?
Okay, baby.
Can you believe they go in there? The Oatman Hotel. If I remember, I think that Clark Gable, this is where he spent his honeymoon, was this hotel, I believe. Oh, he's got a sticker on his head. Stop. Do not feed me anything. You can buy feed here to feed them out of all the stores. This is such a neat town. The Oatman General Store. Wow, look at the old Indian. The Easy Rider bike. Look at that. Wow. Huh. Well, it smells like a donkey out here, doesn't it?
That's like a donkey.
Some of these places are closed. I don't know if they're only open on the weekends, maybe. This is a weekday. Oh, gosh. Stay away. Oh, shooting gallery. I love these. It's one of me and Ralphie's favorite things to do. Oh, they got a donkey in there. Just walk out in the street here. There's nothing really going on as far as traffic goes. Fordson Tractor. Like every store is a gift shop, basically. Native Touch. $28,500. Mammoth Tusk.
They ain't making them no more.
That's true. They ain't making them no more. What are you doing? It says a free mining museum. This is the most tourist thing I've ever seen right here. Look at the jail. So this is where the Arizona Hotel was, it says. A 45-room hotel here. And they tore it down in the 1950s to save on taxes. So that's an elevator for a mine, looks like. It says the only thing left is the vault and this concrete wall. Going in the mine. Wow, this is actually bigger than I thought it would be. Huh. So I guess we're under where the hotel would have been back in the day. Huh. This building is leaning. Everything in here is leaning. Y'all just hanging out? So I guess they're doing mining on this end of town too. This is kind of the end of the tourist area here. Look at that A-frame up on the top of the hill. Wow. Come see our turtles. She says, don't mind if I do.
Hi, how are you? How are you? Good.
You knew she's going to be feeding the burros. We still didn't find any turtles in here though. There wasn't a single turtle in that building. They must have set this stuff up every day out here. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before they notice the bag. I bet they are really tuned in. There you go. It's not the Mad Dash. I thought, well, never mind.
What's up, man?
What's up, ma'am? Get too many coming to you at once.
She's fed all of them out
They
here.
said they were here 4 years ago when he was a baby.
Yeah, we were here 4 years ago. He was a newborn. Don't you love feeding them?
Yeah.
The donkeys definitely bring people in, for sure. She said you better watch when there's too many of them. You got a little bit left. There you go.
That's all she wrote.
You better get rid of that bag. Since we're about starved, we're going to try to eat something. There's Olive Oatman, by the way. So maybe the hotel. It says restaurant open. We're going to try that. She's headed towards that baby. There's got to be 15 or 20 donkeys here. Oh, he's falling asleep. He's so dark. He says, I'm trying to take a nap. He is taking it easy. You got it made. Oh man, it's like McGuire's and Destin. That's funny how it's all stapled to the walls like that. I'm hungry. Marge got the buffalo burger. Look how thick that thing is. And I got pulled pork, so we'll see how it is. Looks good though. And she just booked a room in Lake Havasu City, right? Which is like, I think about an hour and a half drive from here. Maybe we'll make it there before dark. Oh, that was awesome. They said this building was built in 1902. Big building. Clark Gable honeymooned in this building with Caroline Lombard, and he used to come here all the time and play cards with the miners. It's pretty cool to be in the same building Clark Gable was in. Look at that old picture. I'm gonna see what's upstairs. Definitely authentic building. The floors are all very creaky. There's one of the rooms. There's Clark. Burroughs in the store over here. He's about to get in trouble. I can't believe he's in there. What are you doing? He's not supposed to be in there. Look, oh. You should get the water bottle out. She sprayed him with water to get it out. You got in trouble. You did it. It's your fault. I dealt with people of the same name when I used to work.
Right.
Well, I think we closed the town down, Marge.
Shut it down.
Everything's closing up. Guess let's get on the road to Lake Havasu City.
There's Salt Lick.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Ralphie's going to freak out about these. This is right up his alley.
Yeah.
The food there at the hotel was awesome.
Excellent.
Very good. He's crossing the road. I got to wait. This thing starts up and stops on its own. It's so weird.
I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite places. Very cool.
Anytime you can combine ghost town and animals, it works out perfectly for all parties involved. That may be free parking there. I may have spent $2 too much. For sale, Marge. We could live there.
Darn.
Retirement home, Marge. You could pet
Awesome.
burros all day.
I could. They
You would be the crazy burro lady.
Yes, I would. They
You
would
would
live
be
at my
like-
house. I would feed them so much. So just.
You'd have a big trough out there full of feed.
Hi.
Oh, he's so little. Look at his little forehead.
Oh my gosh.
He's so little.
Oh my gosh.
Look out in front of us. This is Route 66 here still. We're on.
Not creepy at all.
Yeah, don't mind us. Just two white vans out in the middle of nowhere parked. That's odd. Well, trails. Everybody's riding back through here. We really haven't seen many side-by-sides or anything. Marge has just figured out she had a seat heater.
Who knew?
By the way, this is a brand new Jeep. It had 1,200 miles on it when we started this trip. We're getting off the exit here for Lake Havasu and London Bridge, whatever that is. It's like perfect time of day, too. All kinds of creepy campers over there. Sometimes out here it feels like you're on a different planet. The way some of this looks. It's like Mars. School buses and old RVs and white vans galore. It's supposed to be the go-to. Tiny Tim's trying to take off.
Better guys at Tiny Tim.
He should have wound that rubber band tighter.
Well, there's Lake Havasu.
It's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the mountains you see over there,
Yeah.
that's California.
Oh, California.
Other side of the water is California. That's the state line.
Cool.
Look at that. What is that place?
I think that's where we're staying.
We're staying there? What have you booked, Marge?
I don't really know.
I guess we're staying here at this castle. What has Marge done?
They got live music. It's a happening place.
There ain't no parking spots. Like, it's packed. There's nowhere to park. We finally found parking. They had an upper lot up here. Man, look at that sunset. This is pretty cool looking, Marge. What in the world? This might be the fanciest lobby we've ever stayed in. So it's a replica of the 1762 Gold State coach. Marge, you got a bathroom and a kitchen. We got a living room. And we came out here, and then that is London Bridge right there. So they moved this bridge here from London, which seems extremely inefficient. Yeah, they got a walkway down here. Looks like they got a river boat. Marge, you did pretty good. So the bridge was built in the 1830s, but it wasn't moved here until the 1960s. It was completed in 1971. And the guy who moved it here was the McCullough chainsaw guy, Robert McCullough. He was part of the people that originally built the city. Moved this thing from London, bought it from the city. Live music and everything going on over here. I bet this is really booming in the weekends at night. So tomorrow, heading south towards Mexico.
Good morning. You're gonna have to forgive my voice. Whatever little cough Marge had, I got it. This has been a non-stop thing for the last few months. As one of us gets sick, the other one gets it. We're gonna go over here and see Lake Havasu. I think we're here early, Marge. It's like a little beach here.
Oh, wow.
I took you to the beach, Marge.
Who knew that this was going to happen? Tell you what.
Your own private beach.
It's amazing.
It is beautiful, isn't it? I love the mountains. You usually don't see mountains with the beach at the same time. It's funny how it has like waves like the ocean, doesn't it? So I don't know what the name of that town is, but that's the California version of this. It's really cold, guys. It's in the 40s. It's the total opposite of when we were in Arizona last summer. It was 115 when we were here last summer. Not here, but, you know, Phoenix. They even got a lighthouse out here. Got enough sand in my toes. Let's go. Somebody's driving around out there. All kinds of dirt getting kicked up. We're going to pull in here. I don't know what the rules are here. Living in their vans out here. I guess if you want to get away from everything, this is the place to be, huh?
Yeah.
I bet it'd be cool with a side-by-side.
Yeah.
Or a Jeep you actually own.
Right.
Well, there's so much grass in the water.
It's a river that comes through.
Guys, we're crossing over to a foreign country. We're crossing over to California. I like the old railroad bridge. As soon as we hit land over here, we're in California. Look at that. Welcome to California. San Bernardino County line.
Cool. California.
All right, time to U-turn. I don't got anything I need to do over here. I just wanted to pull in here to say we went to California. I love that truck.
That is nice. Go, puppy.
Well, once again, it like instantly changed when we left Parker in the middle of nowhere again. We're headed right toward Quartzsite. I think it's the first time I've floored this thing. It's got the beans.
Everybody came with us too. Here comes the RV.
2 RVs we passed. We're in Quartzsite, found in 1879. So you see the camels on the side?
Yeah.
That's because out here, government tested using camels for military purposes out here to travel around. Apparently this is the mecca for, you know, camping out in your RV. There's tons of RV campgrounds out here. I think they have big RV shows and everything else. It's like a filling station just for RVs. Look, you can get propane and fuel.
Pit stop. RV pit
water,
stop.
everything. Ice. Everything in the town is just RVs. That looks like all the RVs people left here. In the corner there.
Oh, back over there. Like, they got their flags. Like, he's from Canada.
They're both sides of the road. Like, they're
And I'm
everywhere.
not sure what that flag was.
Look over here. They're everywhere out here.
Cool.
There's so many people camping out here. I wonder if they live there full time or not.
That's nice about them. They got the carport out there.
There's just trails going off every direction out there here. I guess you can just camp anywhere you want to. So we're headed to Castle Dome Ghost Town is the plan. We're actually going to be driving through the Yuma Proving Grounds, which is where the military tests like, I think, all their tanks and Jeeps and, I don't know, maybe missiles and guns. I don't know what they do. It's been a military installation out here forever. It's a big land area that we're going to be driving through. This is an old pull-off here. What does it say, Oasis? I wonder how long it's been since that was open.
I don't know.
And look, there's another building back there to the right. This is the stuff I love. Like the old bands.
Cracks me up as there's a flag back there on that hill.
We're probably 30 miles out from Quartzsite, but look, there's still people camping out here. Somebody's cut the fence. See, you should never do that stuff. Don't go on people's property if they don't want you to. Don't cut people's fences, guys. I think this is a Border Patrol checkpoint because we're so close to Mexico now. Yeah, they're checking people coming up from Mexico. It's a what?
It's a blimp.
Is it a military blimp up here?
I didn't read the side of it, but it's like a blimp, like, you know.
We've been seeing this plane for a while, but it's not moving. It's hovering right over there, whatever it is. Another UFO. I believe this is our road here. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
8.5 miles out this way to see the ghost town. There's not even a sign here.
No.
This thing is gonna be so dirty after this.
Government property, no trespassing.
Hey, you seen traffic coming?
It's clear my way.
Restricted area, it says. Well, they got brush out here in the road. We're making great time. Look at this sign. It's like a boy and girl dancing on an exploded mine or something. We're starting to see civilization out here. Castle Dome City. New in town. Continue on to the museum entrance. I guess they go in here. It's kind of hidden from the road. Look at this mine shaft right here. Oh wow, look at that. Man. So there's the town tour, which is what this is. Looks to be very big. He says like 1.5 miles. It's way bigger than I thought it would be. And there's also a mine tour where you can do it. It's $20 a piece to do this. It's $75 a piece if you want to do the mine tour. We just decided to do the town tour. There's just like one dude in there. It's not very many people here right now.
You can go in these buildings.
Yeah, you can go in all the buildings. It's very neat. So I believe the buildings are all original buildings. I think a lot of them were moved to this location though. Look what that's made out of. These are crates. The walls are made out of old wooden crates. So it says it was first founded in 1864. Just a couple tents and a house back then. It's supposed to be a bunch of mines here. Well, I guess this is a schoolhouse. I think that was my teacher. She had one of those, look at the little mine cars and track system across here. I guess that's the old winch. You can tell some of this wood's like super old. Look, that's the side of a hood. Oh. Old military stuff. This newspaper was found in the mine, found in 1998. It's a newspaper from 1918 talking about the war ending. Nobody had been there since 1918 in the mine. It said there was still unexploded dynamite in the walls.
They say they assumed the boss came down with the paper to announce the war was over. They dropped the paper and walked out of the mine and never came back.
Wow.
A pick, shovel, and dynamite spoon was found still laying there.
Whoa. Man, that is a huge piece of machinery there. How'd they even get that out here? Oh, here's some more newspapers they found. They were in pants of miners. This is back when they made refrigerators that lasted forever. They outlived their owner back then. Now they don't last 5 years. It's a beautiful backdrop with a mountain and stuff. Look at all the bottles they found. Saloon here. Man, they found a lot of old boxes and wrappers and newspapers and stuff.
We can be friends.
Printing press. All the little letters and stuff. Look at all this glass. I feel like back in the day there was a lot more commemorative plates and stuff they would sell. The old plates. They're metal. But you got any spam or Vainias in here? You can definitely tell they're original buildings. You know, they're not reproductions. Look at all them blue mason jars and ball. Well, everybody's in here. Old record player. Howdy. Old washing machine. Here's the other side of that machine. Look at all the chains and gears and stuff. How big that chain is. Oh man, look at this lathe. So old belt driven stuff. Cincinnati. Man, Ralphie would love it. It's the blacksmith shop here. Somebody knocked the horn off their anvil. The church with a pipe organ.
Look at the wooden one. Here's the sheriff's office, complete with a jail. Sorry about my voice, guys. Marge did it. Oh, wow, here's the hotel. This is a big one. I got the swinging saloon doors. Huh. It's got that old antique glass, too. It's all wavy and bubbly looking. I always love the general stores. They're so cool. Look at the old cash register. These floors make so much noise. I'm surprised they found all this stuff to put in here. Oh, man. Look, they've still got this thing running off a Harbor Freight engine. So that pounds the rocks down to smaller, and it goes out through here and gets caught in these. And they clean out the, I think they call it miner's moss, I believe, and get the gold or whatever of it. There's old hit and miss engine, an arbor press. Look at those rivets. Those timbers are super big. It's probably 16 inches or something. I've never seen a spot welder that looked like that, like a stationary spot welder. It's got a foot pedal. Every one I've ever seen was like handheld. Look at the little engine analyzer over here. All kind of mechanic stuff. Jukebox. Man, they got like thousands of lighters. They got way more antiques than I thought they would have.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere you go, it's like real antiques. There's something you don't see often, a cigarette machine. Mm-hmm. Check out that little rear axle there. That's so little. It's electric going to a normal carburetor axle with a brake on it there. That thing is so cool. Huh. There you go. That is neat. So we've walked through all this. This says 50s era, so I'm assuming that means they moved a lot of these buildings here in the 1950s as a tourist thing. This way says 70s era, so there's a trail going this way. They claim there's some open mine shafts and stuff over here, so we'll see. There's an old car of some sort. Look how big this cactus is.
Did you stare at my picture?
No. Using you for scale, Marge. 15, 16 feet high. I wonder why some of them are straight up and down and some of them are forked. Oh, wow, there's a Porsche in here. I got a C10 right here and a camper. Oh, this is from a bottle house, Tosh. They're mortared in place. Must have been some bottle houses out here back in the day. Man, there are some people, especially up north, that would pay top dollar for that thing. Look at the bottom. There's no rust. Nothing. Nice vintage camper. Oh, moved. Oh, he's on the commode. I should come back. That thing's even a 3/4 ton. I like it. We had a couple of these on the farm when I was a kid.
There's a blimp watching me.
You were right.
I told you I was right.
This truck is much bigger when you get close up on it. I thought it was just like a regular size truck, but it's pretty beefy. Especially for an early truck. Look at that frame. I think that drive shaft needs balanced. Man, look at all the U-joints and stuff. Hercules engine, it says. Flat 6 in there. Somebody tell me what year and what model that truck is, because I'm not good enough to know on these big trucks.
Oh.
I love the doors. Look at it, it's just like a flat piece of metal. So it claims this hole was dug by the Spanish. It said by 1862 there was already a tree 30 feet tall growing up out. That's how old it is. 1871 Flora Temple Mine, 150 foot vertically deep. Oh, yeah, it's deep. Look at that old panel truck over there. I guess this is a bathhouse. Here. Once again, another really big room. This is so cool. I just thought it'd be mostly empty buildings, but they're all full though. A bunch of these open mines here. 150 foot vertical. Oh my gosh. It said this one here is 450 feet deep. This is all your signs out here. All the siding is 50-gallon carbide drums that they rolled out flat. There's an old air compressor, it looks like. That looks like something Ralphie built for sure. You can actually go upstairs here. Or at least they're not locked. One of the two. There's a view of the whole town. What was that noise? We've heard it like 3 times. Like a big boom coming from that direction from the proving grounds. They're testing something over there. Marge spotted the smoke. They turn the balls up and down here. Here's the cemetery. It says there was like 14 mounds here and nothing was marked. So they kind of made this to keep up with where it was at over here. So this is the last building out here at the very end. Looks like another workshop. I don't know what this guy does at all. This looks like their power supply coming in. It says 200,000 ounces of silver came out of there. Very big opening. And this is where that guy had his mine, the last guy that came here in the 1940s. And I think he lived out here till like the 90s maybe, working on that. And it said he built all this out of stuff from the junkyard and old airplane parts. Another open mine shaft here. I feel like there's no telling how many of these are just out in the middle of nowhere. There's one there, there, all over. Because I guess once you find like a vein of something, you find another one near it and just keep following it. This place, man, before they fenced all this off, like to get you killing out here. You can see it goes way down. There's all over here. So these were done in the 1860s. 250 feet deep. Couldn't imagine digging this out by hand in the 1860s. Even today, there's nothing near here. I mean, it's not like there's a store right down the road. There's nothing out here. It goes way down there. See a bunch of wood down in there. It says there's 300 mines here all throughout this area. Let's exit through the gift shop. Oh, they got metal artwork for sale here and everything, like Ralphie. They were telling us that all those noises we hear are them blowing up stuff over there at the proving grounds. And that the blimp Marge saw is Homeland Security, and they have cameras up there watching everything.
Cameras.
Yeah. He said they're not even allowed to have signs out by the road, so there's nothing showing you it's here.
It's a really neat place.
It is really cool, so check it out. Castle Dome, Ghost Town. We're examining. So we're out here at the main road now, but for whatever reason they have it shut down to 1 lane, and you have to wait for a pilot car. We have yet to see a reason why it's 1 lane. So we may be here for a while waiting on a pilot car.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're going. I guess there was nobody else going this way. And we waited like 15 minutes for that car to come through.
There's a helicopter right there.
Wow. You literally have to sit here for like 20 minutes or more to get to go. Next stop, the Yuma Territorial Prison in Yuma, Arizona, right on the Mexico border.
Tanks out there.
So this is like the entrance to the Yuma Proving Grounds, I guess.
Mexico, 44 miles.
On what they're watering out there, but they're giving it a bunch. Bales of cotton, it looks like. Yeah, it's a cotton gin right there.
Wow.
This is all we drove through for like the last 20 miles. Both sides of the road, it's just farming. We do not have tractors with tracks on where we live. At all. I think we're here. We're at Yuma. It's not quite 3:10 yet. We're here a little early. Man, look at this. I guess this is like the lookout spot here. Straight ahead is the mountain range we were at, that town. You can tell by the tops of them right there. That's a long way from here. This prison was built in 1876, and it had some famous inmates. It closed in 1909 as a prison, and then it was a high school, and then it was a hospital. It was used as housing for people during the Depression, and then they got people out of here in 1939. This is a guard tower built in the 1800s. So this is where they were trying to bring Ben Wade in the movie 310 to Yuma. And then there's an older version of the movie from the 1950s, and I believe there was a book before that. They were waiting on the 310 train to here. I believe that train was leaving Bisbee, I believe. Man, this is a really big guard tower. Said they used it during World War as a lookout as well. This was the original port into the prison. There was walls on both sides of it here from 1876. Man, it's thick. Pearl Hart. She was a famous inmate here. Here's some mug shots from here back in the 1870s. So they had female inmates here too, which I wouldn't have expected. Look at all these sweet ladies. Wow. Oh man, is that what the doctors gave you? There's no telling what they gave you back then. So Johnny Behan became the superintendent of the Yuma prison here in 1888. After he left Tombstone, I had no idea. Some of the guys like Phineas Clanton, guys that were involved in the Clanton and McClary gang, also went to prison here. I've never seen mugshots that have a mirror beside them like that. Shows their side profile. There's a little bit of everything in here. It's pretty cool. This is fancy.
It was not long after its opening that prisoners began to refer to the prison as the Hellhole.
There's the 310 to Yuma right there going by. It's funny, there's still train tracks going right by here. So here's the actual prison. So I guess this is how you would normally have come in, right through here. But it was kind of in ruin and they rebuilt it and made a tourist attraction. It's the #1 attraction in this town. It said there was 6 to a cell. They had a bucket to go to the bathroom in. 110 of them didn't make it through it during the time it was open.
What on earth I'm doing here? Well, I was imprisoned on a charge of forgery.
This guy didn't make it because of a rattlesnake. I told y'all. This is the original iron bunk beds. Wow. Sitting here listening to the train go by. Look how big the latch is on this. Rough time to be in prison, wasn't it? So this was a new yard built in 1900. Most were 20 to 30 years old, white. Most of them used tobacco, and most of them were single. This is the dark cell, basically solitary confinement. They said some people spent over 100 days in here. They told us they had bats in here, and they gave us a red flashlight to spot them with. It claimed that sometimes the prison guards would drop scorpions and snakes in here on them. I wouldn't want to be in here long. Here's just over the wall. Look at all the graffiti down through there. I guess this is what it used to look like. Used to be more buildings here and stuff.
So why are we still sitting here?
Because it's 3:04 and I'm staying here till 3:10, okay? I'm gonna be at this prison at 3:10.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's 3:10.
3:10. I'm here. Yeah. Alright, let's find something else to do. Is that a Roadrunner?
No.
I don't know what that guy is. He's big. So here's the cemetery where the 110 are buried.
Next stop is another little historic spot I think you'll like right down the road. There's a feedlot way out here. We saw a lot of them in the middle of America, but I didn't know they had them out here too. I don't know how they feed them in modern law. We're getting off this spot road exit here on Interstate 8.
So this is Stanwick Station right here, which was a stop on the Butterfield Overland mail stagecoach route. There's nothing here now. It looks like there used to be a gas station here. It's gone. Somebody's living here maybe. This is the spot of the westernmost Civil War battle happened right here at Stanwick Station. Happened in 1862, and there's no evidence of it now, but this is where it happened. You see this road is just nothing out here on this exit at all. But I can't take credit for all these stops I found. Sidetrack Adventures, so go check him out on YouTube if you like this kind of obscure history like this. On towards Tucson area. The moon's already coming up ahead of us, if you can see it through the bug spotted windshield. I promise we've cleaned it more than once. It's like solar panels for miles over here on the left. I don't know what they're doing with all them. We are getting off the Painted Rock Road exit to see some Indian petroglyphs. There's about 1 million cows again over there. It's 11 miles to where this is off the interstate. And we wouldn't even know about this spot if it weren't for the Rand McNally map I purchased of Arizona.
Look for them little red squares on the map. Or if the road's got them little dots by it, that means it's a pretty drive. Nobody out here at all. Not one person has passed us, or we haven't passed nobody. It's beautiful though. Here it is, at the most beautiful sunset.
We never did pass a car on the way here. Wow, see them from here. Looks like there's some ones put there by travelers as well back in the day. I see 1908. Here's some of the different symbols and what they mean. There's Turtle March.
Cool.
DEW, 1908. SMC, 1915. 1879 TDQ. It's like graffiti from back in the day, huh? Yeah, look at all that. Man, there's so many of them right here. Like every rock has something. I wonder if they used it to communicate. Wow. Look, it looks like a ladder. So they just chipped it into the rocks here. All the way to the top. Look, it even has like a checkerboard up there.
It's definitely worth stopping at.
Oh, 100%. I can't believe there's not anybody else over here looking at it. Wow, no telling how old these are. Before white people ever settled out here, probably. Reminds me of Independence Rock. Oh, it just keeps going, like everywhere you see is one. Back in the early part of tourism, like the 1920s and 30s, it was really commonplace to just take stuff, maybe even like this, with you. Like if you could find a small one and throw it in the car. Like, it's a good thing tourism has changed a little bit with that, because we might not even have stuff like this. People would chip away at the petrified trees and take them with them. So it was saying this is volcanic rock. There's not quite as many on the backside. The side closest to the parking lot has the most of them. So they must have drove their cars here and did them in. They didn't want to walk around to the back.
No.
That says AAT 1924. December 24th, 1927 above it. TDQ 1879. I guess at the time it wasn't looked down upon to mess with this stuff. SMC 1915. Bud, he was here too. I wonder what those guys mean. I have to look back at the sign. They're definitely telling some sort of message, weren't they? It says the Butterfield Trail went through here between 1858 and 1861. John Butterfield Overland Mail Company went 3,000 miles from Missouri to California. Juan Bautista de Anza came through here, documented this site in 1775, 1776. And the Mormon Battalion came through here in the 1840s, so nothing's getting past her. So they do have campsites here, so there are people camping near here. But there still has not been a single car go by. We better get out of here before it's pitch black dark, Marge. Man, the mountains are red right now with the sunset. On to Tucson, Arizona in the dark. What y'all doing?
Them is skinny looking cows.
They ain't got a lot out here.
Little longhorns.
There ain't no fence either. Alright, we're here finally. We drove through the dark a little bit, but we're in Tucson, guys. I had no doubt we'd end up here at some point, guys. Just like going home, isn't it?
Yep.
Tosh is in her happy place.
I love it, so cop.
Good morning. We had a continental breakfast. The line was too long at the pancake steamroller. We are headed towards Saguaro National Park, I think is what it's called. We're still in town. Look at this. We looked it up. It says that they don't even get their first branch for 75 to 100 years. It's crazy how close together they are. There's a couple feet apart everywhere here.
All over that mountain.
Is this your dream come true?
This is amazing.
It's close to the edge of it.
It is.
It looks like a porcupine. Like, it's so many of them. I didn't realize it, but we're driving right past Old Tucson Studios right now. That's where we're going at 10:30. They're so big right through here. Look at this. Unbelievably big. We've made it to the actual park. So everything we saw so far wasn't even in the national park. We saw some that looked like they're like 30 feet plus. I've never seen them this big. Look at this guy right here by the road.
Oh, wow.
He's huge.
We made it to the visitor center here. Look at this guy. He's got to be over 20 feet. These are like 10 feet. You love it?
I love it.
Look at that. That thing's got to be at least 25 feet. That's unreal. It's like the ones you see in the movies because the movies were filmed here. Look at all the little spikies on there. It just keeps going, man. Look how thick it is around the middle. Similar to my shape. Look at all the different types around here. Everything here wants to poke you, hurt you. Well, we're just a little early for when the visitor center opens. So we're gonna do like there's a driving loop over here. Maybe we'll come back to this. A coyote in the middle of the road. Just hanging out. Have you ever seen a coyote do that? Every coyote I've ever saw, as soon as it saw you, ran.
No wonder it says don't feed the coyotes.
He doesn't care. Wow.
Hi, run out my window.
Never
Hi, baby. Hi.
He just acts like a dog.
Now I'm tempted to feed you.
He just acts like a dog.
Hi, sweet boy.
I've never seen that before.
Wow, that was wild. Murphy would be so upset.
Oh, Murphy doesn't like coyotes. We're going to do the Bajada loop drive here. Oh, it's dirt. Man, he don't know which way he wants to go, does he? Crazy how the arms
He was
do.
down, now he's coming back up.
This is some of the biggest ones we've seen right here. Look at this guy. This is View Trail, I guess. I cannot really get it in the photo. That is massive. Unbelievably big. I guess I didn't realize they got that big. That thing has got to be over 30 feet. And I had no idea they got that big. This one definitely has the most arms I've seen. Going the strangest directions too. They must be really strong because you wouldn't think you'd hold this up. Looks like little pineapples or something on its head. Whatever that one is. I wonder how you would have traveled through here with like a wagon. They're so close together. His arm's going all the way to the ground. No telling what he's seen come through here. This is a really cool road to drive by through here. I like that, it's gravel. Very cool drive if you got a few minutes. It really didn't take all that long. We're gonna head back towards the visitor center now. It's open. Oh, it's inside of it.
I guess the birds make nests and stuff.
They got cactus everything here, don't they? They can get over 200 years old. 50 feet high. Marge got some gifts for the girls.
And you got Squeeze some earrings and Walla shirt, Mia shirt.
Yeah. Perfect. Unfortunately, the theater wasn't open. I didn't get to watch anything. That's a bummer. So according to what it was showing there in the visitor center, some of these cactus out here could have been born in like the late 1700s even. I see the water tower, Old Tucson from here. I've been wanting to go here ever since I found out it was a thing. Oh look, here it is. We're the first ones here, Marge. It's not open yet. I'm sure we'll find out more inside there, but this opened back in like the 50s or something. At one point, this was the biggest tourist attraction in Arizona. When they first opened it, they had like 60,000 visitors a day or something crazy. It was super popular back in the day. It sounds like gunfire, guys. I don't know what that is. So some of the bigger movies that were filmed here was The Gunfight at OK Corral, Rio Bravo, El Dorado, The Three Amigos, Tombstone, Quick and the Dead, Little House on the Prairie. There was hundreds more, but that's some of the bigger ones. So guys like Ronald Reagan, John Wayne, Leonardo DiCaprio have all filmed movies here. I'm excited for this.
3 fire jets.
Welcome now. We have a lot going on in the park today. Christmas has exploded here at Old Tucson, so.
Oh, armored coach. Oh, this is really neat. I already recognize some of the buildings here.
Old Tucson got started way back in 1939. Columbia Pictures wanted to make a movie called Arizona. They had a $2.3 million budget to do that with. That's a lot of money, right? We're going to make the town of Tucson from 1862. And then eventually 82 buildings went up and provided us the town of Tucson. The movie comes out to favorable reviews in 1940, and they leave us this lovely set. Unfortunately, this goes dormant until 1946. They're out here and they're doing their thing, and Hollywood comes back, and in that time period, they make 31 more movies, and one of those movies is Rio Bravo, starring a fellow by the name of John Wayne. And one of the guys that comes along wants to take over the operation, the day-to-day operation. His name is Robert Shelton. He's going to open those doors in 1960 and have you come in here. And it's not going to be hard to get you here either, because back in those days, it's the heyday of Westerns. 7 out of every 10 TV shows were Westerns. He's expecting about 2,000 people to come through them the first weekend. But he misjudges America a little bit. 50,000 people came through those gates in one weekend, and he wasn't prepared for that number. And we know that today because this building right here, this ramshackle of a hut, that was the only bathroom. It's called Golden Gate Peak. And it's important to old Tucson because of all the 500 movies, TV shows, commercials, music videos, etc. filmed out here. That's in about every one of them. That and Saguaro Cactus are ways you can tell they were filmed at old Tucson. Bonanza filmed out here. Yeah. So did Gunsmoke, and Have Gun Will Travel, The Rifleman, and Wagon Train. All those shows filmed out here at some point. Now, Michael Landon chose this because he needed a place to shoot the Mankato and Sleepy Eye episodes. If you remember, that was the bigger towns when Walnut Grove didn't offer what they needed.
Little House on the Prairie, man. Yeah, that's so cool.
All these other buildings have been something else. The schoolhouse over there, you never saw the inside of that in the movie Arizona. It was only an external shot. That's because the inside was the women's restroom. But this one has been a blacksmith shop for 85 years. Now, in a couple of the movies, it's been something different, but for the most part, it's always been that blacksmith shop, so it's kind of fun. You see it in a movie called Rio Bravo, but we're going to talk about that in a second. Right behind you is the OK Corral Freight Depot. It's from a movie called Gunfight at the OK Corral. That came out in 1957. Starred Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas. Anybody see it?
Yeah.
The only movie that got the closest to it would be Wyatt Earp with Kevin Costner. But even then, they have to Hollywood up a little bit, don't you think? This movie really takes the cake, though. It's not 30 seconds. It's 9.5 minutes. It starts all the way back there, goes all the way to that gazebo. There's like 25 guys involved. People are falling off of buildings, getting caught on fire. We got Kirk Douglas in that wash over there. And he's blasting away at the bad guys. Hollywood's version of the history is never really going to align with the real history. The first one was Rio Bravo. The second one is McClintock, then El Dorado, then Rio Lobo. If you've seen all those movies, this is kind of the prime area. Up until El Dorado, we only see that barn part there. And the barn is actually used in Rio Bravo, but let's talk about how it happens. First of all, John Wayne's way up there in the sheriff's office guarding Joe Burdett, a killer. And he sends his crack deputy dude down here to make sure people don't go into town armed. The rest of the movie basically happens behind McClintock's Mercantile. The barn was where the good guys are. So if you remember the movie, Ricky Nelson, John Wayne, eventually Dean Martin, and good old Stumpy, played by Walter Brennan, are eventually in there somewhere. And the bad guys are against the mountain in a warehouse. In the movie McClintock, John Wayne chases Maureen O'Hara all around that area up there. She eventually crosses a bridge, goes in the same barn.
Right here, a bunch of John Wayne movies were filmed.
His name is James Caan.
Really opens up in here. I recognize that from 3 videos.
Look in the distance, you're going to see a white chapel. That white chapel started life as a barn back in 1969 for a movie called Heaven with a Gun. That starred Glenn Ford. He made 7 movies out here, 3 more than John Wayne. For the purposes of the tour, we're going to call that Mankato, Minnesota, because that's where they shot Little House on the Prairie. Now, it was used in a dozen other movies and TV shows, but whenever Little House came out, they just changed the sign to say Sleepy Eye or Mankato. We have a Little House Tombstone connection, which is weird. Johnny Ringo's in the street, he's drunk, he's threatening the earth, so I want your blood. Doc Holliday decides to jump into the fracas with that 6-gun behind his back. What does he say?
I'm your huckleberry.
That's the one, right. Yep, that happened all back there behind the Big Jake's restaurant area.
Oh, cool.
Now, we're still here, we're still making movies, and that's the important part. A famous actor crosses that bridge in 1950, ties his horse up there. This is the town of Tascosa, Texas. The movie is Winchester 73, and that actor is Jimmy Stewart. You get a beautiful view, except the Hotel del Toro only had 1 story. It got its 2nd story in 1951 for a movie called The Last Outpost. That starred, now this is your test, a president of our United States.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, you did good. Okay. Let me go through and talk about the other actors across that bridge. People like Elizabeth Taylor, Anne Margaret, Charlton Heston, Alan Ladd, Chuck Connors, Henry Fonda, and then we've got this one guy that I always love telling people about because most people don't know he made a Western. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, we're going in the courthouse. Here's some of the movies that were filmed here. 310 to Yuma, Outlaw Josie Wales, Joe Kidd, Tombstone. So this is the original movie that was filmed here, what they built the town for.
And we have a courtroom over here, we've got a mercantile over here, and we have a bank over here. They locked the bank on me, but you can look through the crack there and see it. But each of these things have been used as movie sets in some movies and TV shows over the years.
So this one building has like 4 different movie sets in it. Like the old mercantile.
You've lift up a brick before, haven't you? I have. How about one like this? Ready? Go, catch it. Oh, good job. Almost in. This hurts a lot more. This one's a lot better than this.
I need to get you one in.
Don't do it with this one. These are all made out of foam, just like that brick right there. When they used to have bricks and rocks falling all over the place, people were walking around the street, so they didn't want anybody getting hurt, so they used the foam. Pickaxe is also made out of foam, right? It's not obviously not a real one, but this is perfect for that guy carrying it in the streets, playing the minor 49er with his hat turned up.
Get in there, Marge. It's so weird to be in the place where all these were filmed at. This is pretty typical where we go. Most of the time, we're like half the age of everybody else. Oh, that's from the opening scene at Tombstone.
In all the 500 projects out here, it's been in pretty much every one of them. But it is the most changed set we have out here. It started out as a small adobe mission for the 1940 movie Arizona, not much bigger than the door frame. And over the years, it's grown, it's even moved, it's at a different angle than it used to be. It's kind of a crazy set. That's the cool thing. You see it in the background in movies like Hombre, starring Paul Newman, Richard Boone. Rose's Cantina behind you was a stagecoach station. Stagecoach in front, this is in the background. Clint Eastwood comes out here and makes two movies, Outlaw Josie Wales and Joe Kidd. And Joe Kidd, he takes the outlaws past the mission on horseback. You see it in El Dorado, you see it in the Sackets with Tom Selleck, Sam Elliott. There was a guy out here by the name of Audie Murphy who made a bunch of westerns. He's the most decorated soldier in World War II, so he's definitely worth mentioning. He makes a movie out here called Guns of Fort Petticoat and uses that set.
That's really neat to see that one.
You're going to see a cannon over there on your left. And that cannon actually is from the movie The Alamo. It came out in 1960.
It's a different petting zoo.
I'm excited about petting zoo.
But this is not made out of metal at all. Now, this building over here is the oldest building in the property. It is a genuine Southern Pacific Railroad station, yanked out of the desert in 1959 by Bob Shelton's crew and deposited here so that it would be ready for the opening weekend. It's actually from 1900, which makes it a piece of the Old West. So we're going to keep making movies and TV shows. I think that's what it comes down to. That means you guys have to keep watching them. All right, thanks for taking the tour today. I appreciate you coming. Let's get out of here. Anybody going to the petting zoo, take a right at the gate and head past the carousel.
Off to the petting zoo. I see goats. That's a baby pig. It's like being at the house. Oh, it's going over. They always fall over, don't they?
Yeah, that feels pretty.
I know.
Look at his hair over here. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen one that color like that.
Pretty, isn't he?
Yeah. Going over? There you go.
There you go. You see, this goat gets particularly jealous for some reason.
Oh, I just can't help it.
That's it. All pigs love to have their goats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's so cute. I bet it's really neat when they got the train running and doing shootouts in the streets. I honestly thought that was going on today, but obviously I'm not in the loop enough. So better check the website. Let's get back on the road. That was fun. Oh, and check out Santee, his YouTube channel, our tour guide. I actually subscribe to him. He is Arizona Ghost Riders. He does a lot of history stuff, so check out his channel. He's one of the ones I watch. I couldn't imagine this place with 50,000 people in it.
That'd be crazy.
Westerns definitely were more popular back in the day. I'd like to see them come back.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to the Titan Missile Museum on our way towards Mexico border. It's old like Cold War era missile site. I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, Papa.
He's got it, don't he? I love his old truck. Guys, it wasn't that far of a drive, and we're here. Titan Missile Museum.
There used to be a bunch of these all over the country, and this is the only one left.
We're here. But all the Titan missile stuff is underground, so we're going down. So that's what it would look like. So here's when they were constructing it in 1962. There was no houses at all. Look at it now. Houses everywhere. A picture show, my favorite. So that's what it looks like underneath us. So there's a missile silo underneath the ground.
This site was operational from 1963 to 1982 and was one of 18 silos here in the Tucson area. The Titan II ICBM that you'll see here was part of a second generation of liquid-propelled missiles. The Titan II carried the W-53, a 9-megaton thermonuclear warhead equaling 9 million tons of TNT.
That's the top of the silo over there.
And if you guys could please gather up over on this landing right here.
It's very 90s action movie. They had to make 4 phone calls to get through here. Very top security to get down here back in the day.
Very large doors sitting right here. Usually, almost always, this door would be closed and locked. Those 2 buttons being pushed simultaneously unlocks these 4 giant bolts from this 6,000-pound steel and concrete door. Wow. This is not the only glass locked door in here. There's another one behind me, and then 2 more behind that. These giant doors work together with these giant walls. We have 4 to 8 foot thick concrete walls that have been steel reinforced. This is 2 1/4 inch thick rebar throughout the majority of the facility. And conventional and nuclear warfare should bounce off, for the most part, from these giant doors and giant walls.
Wow. Everything's so thick.
Now feel free to come into this room. We have
that's so cool.
Right here. The giant springs. There are a total of 8 of them surrounding this room, and those springs are the only thing connecting this floor, the floor below us, and the floor above us.
It's floating on the springs.
World. If an earthquake hits, we shouldn't even see a ripple in our morning coffee. But this is code that is vital for the launch of our missile. It was stored in this bank of computers right here on shiny silver ticker tape like what we have hanging off of the handle right there. Now on the commander's 3, 2, 1, go, I want you both to turn your keys towards me.
3, 2, 1, go.
It is in that battery activated phase where the electrolytes are draining into the batteries. This is the longest phase of the entire launch. It takes about 28 seconds, and soon the silo doors are going to open. Get the timing right for it. And finally, liftoff. This is how it would have felt. This is how it would have sounded. We would have no idea, unless somebody was staring at those springs with a microscope, that anything was happening outside.
So this was only designed to react. This wasn't a first strike thing. This is a strike back thing. And that right there, that launches the nukes. It had 3 targets, and they didn't know what they were. And they still to this day don't know what the 3 targets were. Look how long this hallway is. This thing was so protected. And there was 54 of these. Can you imagine what they cost? You see how everything in here is floating as well. Oh, and here's the missile. Oh, wow. Everything's on springs.
But this here is our silo. All of the other silos were blown up at about the 25-foot deep mark. The U.S. Air Force knew that they wanted to keep one silo as a museum.
All right, back up top. So they had to make 4 phone calls to even get in here. If they timed out, they weren't allowed to come in. Wow. So this is a bunch of the equipment I guess they used to fuel it up and things like that. Cool little Jeep there. I don't think I've seen one built exactly like that with that top and everything. All right, let's head towards Mexico. The signs are in kilometers now. I've never seen that in the U.S. Like 2 kilometers to the rest area. There's people out there watching. It's really lined up. I didn't expect that. We're getting off here at Tubac. There's an old Spanish mission here. Look at the little beetle up on the rock.
Bring Spanish culture, technology, and faith to the area's native people.
Oh wow, look at this place. Beautiful building. It looks like it has another building built on top of it, doesn't it? Here's the name. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. I have no idea how you would say that. Reminds me of the Alamo. Oh man. What a cool building. Look at those carved doors. Begun construction in 1800 and was completed in 1822. I wonder why these columns are missing. Look at the artwork on the walls. The old paintings on the walls up there. This is what it used to look like, I guess. You can see the remnants of the paintings and stuff there. Oh, I wonder how old those paintings are. That is so cool. This is a baptistry. Oh, you can go up that way if you're a staff. Why would anybody carve on these walls? You got a cemetery back here behind the church. More carvings all on the walls. Of course, this probably sat abandoned for a long time. Looks like people shot at it too, probably. This is definitely shots right here. Could have been for sure. The right height, didn't it? Huh. The surplus, I guess it's where they stored stuff. It's a little hut here. Feels nice in here, it's cool. Looks like the roof's about to fall in. Oh, look at the roof.
Wow.
That doesn't look comfortable. It's made out of mud, it looks like. It said by the 1850s, the wooden roof had collapsed in. So that's 1868. That's what it looked like by 1912. A press for making communion wafers. I've never seen that before. So these are real statues here from the 1400s, 1200s, 1200s. I wonder when they were brought here. Theodore Roosevelt was the one who decided to preserve this site in 1908. There's fragments of the bell. Pretty cool place. Come check it out. Now it's time to actually go to the Mexico border. We're going to Nogales. 2 miles from Mexico.
I can see the wall up there.
Yeah, going across the mountain. I've never seen the Mexico border. Look, see the wall?
Wow.
Right there. That hill you're seeing up there, that's houses in Mexico. Look, they're selling stuff over there. Looks like parking here, doesn't it? Some of the buildings look kind of rough down here. Up ahead looks nicer. So they got like gift shops and stuff here. All down through here.
Look at these little houses over here. They're setting up for Christmas or something.
This looks pretty neat.
It does look neat.
That's the line going into Mexico.
Oh, wow. Yeah, don't get in that line.
Yeah, we don't want to get in that line. Okay, well, we parked down here. We're going to check it out. We're going to walk over to the border, too. Yogi Bridges. I was trying to drive all the way down here, but this is a one-way. I had no idea how to get to the beginning of it. It's a pretty town, though. But that's Mexico right there, guys. They got tactical gear they sell right here. Everybody's speaking Spanish but us. Look at the razor wire on the fence right here at the border. We can see over into the border. And that is crazy. You can literally wave at people in Mexico. Oh, they are talking through the wall, you're right. I guess these are people coming right through the border. I'm on the tactical place. Oh, cool. I love stuff like this. You can buy anything here. The prices are cheap too. Do you see they had like hats and patches that say like FBI and police and everything? Like you could literally dress up just like an officer. This is a big store. All the signs are in Spanish. I don't know what nothing says. This would have been a great time to have learned Spanish in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
We should have listened.
We should have paid more attention. So I guess this is kind of like the shopping area here. Yeah. It's pretty neat. Yeah, like you hear a lot of things about the border and all that, but this area seems pretty safe right here. All these people are waiting to drive into Mexico. And look at all the people with luggage coming in from Mexico over here. I'm gonna see if I can drive over towards the border over here. So everything you're looking at on that hill is Mexico. And we're gonna be driving right down beside the wall. So this is International Street right here on the border. There's people waiting on the bus in Mexico. Wow. That's so crazy, isn't it? Can't believe we're right here at it. Yeah, this is steep over here. There's a very pretty view off to the right towards Mexico. We're probably gonna try to drive all the way to Sierra Vista. Maybe we can stay there tonight. So we drove about 1,300 miles so far. I love it when it's like this, when it's pretty flat, but there's mountains off in the background. It's just so pretty. Looks like my forehead. Moving over here. It's beautiful with the mountains. Well, guys, we made it with a little bit of light to spare. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Go to Tombstone. You knew what you'd be watching.
It's a rerun.
What? You've seen it before?
It was last night.
Some things are just genetic. Hey, no line today. Well, if you can believe it, we had a fan here at the motel.
Woohoo!
It's funny where you run into people that watch you. That was pretty cool. But guys, we got about a 30-minute drive to Tombstone. I couldn't be more excited this morning, guys. This is my favorite town I've ever visited, is Tombstone. It just checks all the boxes for me, so I'm wanting to really absorb it today.
Marinate.
I've been wanting to do this every day since the last day I was here.
Oh my gosh.
I've thought about coming back, so Marge finally brought me. Look at that, it's like an old water tower and a
He's tearing it down.
windmill and stuff. They changed here a lot later than they did at the house.
Yeah.
It's really pretty here. Man, look at that. Tombstone, I can see the courthouse from here. Don't be looking at that.
I'm
Marge.
coming back when they
You already
open.
bought one thing like that.
So?
That's where the gunfight happened. Now, I'm not gonna rehearse everything. We already made one video on this town. So I'm just gonna show you things that we haven't seen in the last video. I'm not gonna go over everything we went over last time because I'll probably go several places we went last time. If it's something new, I'll show you. If you wanna see a in-depth video about this town, then go back and watch our old video on it. There's some new things I'm gonna do though. We must have a lot of deer here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're a cowboy today.
I'm a cowboy today. Got my boots on, got my hat on.
Got your Garth shirt on.
It's so much better weather here today than it was last time we were here.
Oh, yeah.
It was over 100 and like, what is it, like 50?
Yeah.
So this is the Cochise County Courthouse built in 1882, which was a year after the gunfight at the OK Corral. So I believe the courthouse that was used to try the Earps after the gunfight was actually the parking lot we parked in just now. So it's $7 an adult to get in. Wow, look at the lights. Johnny Behan, he was who was in charge when this was built. So this was, I guess, Behan's office. Man, I love the lever action 12 gauge, it's so cool. I guess that's a safe. The old buntline special, which is not actually what he had during the gunfight. He actually had a Schofield revolver the day of the gunfight, but Ned Buntline made that famous White Earp's pocket watch. They were all a lot younger than it seems like in the movies. Most of these guys were in their 20s and 30s. Most of them didn't make it past their 30s. All right, let's go to the gallows out here. They actually used them too. I don't know that I've actually ever seen a set of gallows before. It says they use them for 7 different people, and the last one was in 1900. Wow. It's really strange how executions used to be a thing that people would come from miles away to see. They'd have huge crowds. So this is the guy who started the town. He came out here looking for minerals alone, and this was a very bad place to be going by yourself out in the middle of the West, because like Geronimo and his gang was out here. That's his 1860 Henry. That's on my list too, one I'd like to have. But they told him all he would find here was his tombstone, so that's what he named the town. And this is how they had light in the mines. There's that carbide containers again. All kinds of cool mining stuff in here. Man, look at all the pins that lock the door shut. Shipped from Boston to San Francisco and then wagoned here. There's no telling what that cost. Have you guys ever seen a piano like that before? I haven't. They really put a lot of money in these courthouses back in the day. You can tell they're original by the sound. Talk about getting your wrinkles out. 21-pound iron. You'd have arms like Lou Ferrigno by the time you got done ironing. Man, that's a heavy iron. I love the old post office boxes. Fire department. Man, look at this chair. Portrait chair used in Bisbee. Wow, look how intricate it is. I couldn't imagine what that cost to make. Here's pictures of people in this chair in the 1920s. Well, that one's 1880. I think this is the record for the tallest stovepipe I've ever seen. It's crazy that they tried people here that ended up in the gallows down below. That's definitely worth the $7 to go in. They have parking over here too. What a cool town. I love coins and stuff. Look at that, how big that is. Marge finally bought her a turquoise ring. She's been wanting one for years. Finally found one she liked. Oh yeah, it looks nice. Yeah. Cowboys in the street everywhere. I just love these stores. They sell a lot of stuff here you don't see in any other tourist town. They got a lot of cool knives to give for us. They have stuff that guys like me actually like. They got every kind of cowboy hat you can think of in here. We've walked around for quite a while. I think we're gonna try the trolley tour. Maybe we can learn some more stuff. Anytime we went to like a historical town, taking the trolley ride, you learn a lot of things that you don't see from just walking around town. So this costs $15 for an adult. Not too bad compared to other towns I've seen. You get them Vipers on. He's ready to go. Here's the world's largest rose bush.
And it's been estimated that they got about $85 million worth of silver out of the mines here. And if you put that in today's money, that is $1.9 billion. They built that courthouse in 1882 at a cost of $50,000.
This was the second largest city in the West, second only to San Francisco.
And some of those surgical
Texas John Slaughter's house.
Used in emergency rooms.
Doc Holliday owned that house at one point.
Purchased the house outright.
This was Chinatown.
This is where the local Chinese laborers lived. Now, there were upwards of 300 full-time Chinese living in Tombstone during its boom time.
First permanent structure in Tombstone.
Out the left-hand side, that number 11 is pretty accurate as to what they used to look like. But those not very wide, not very long homes, they were called shotgun houses. The average square footage on those shotgun homes were anywhere from 150 to 170 square feet. It is the first church that was built here in Tombstone. And they still hold some of their church services in that building still to this day.
That's where Coach Hughes
decide whether to fight or whether to run. I don't know if I've got any John Wayne fans on here. I've seen his movie, The Flintock.
That's awesome.
A lot of folks don't know is that part of that movie was actually filmed here in Tombstone. He and Maureen O'Hara stayed down at the Tombstone Sagebrush Inn.
Huh. John Wayne stayed down there.
He fell in love with
Here in
Tombstone while he was here. Now, they built that church in 1882. You notice the stained glass windows in there. They were imported from Italy, and those are the original windows that were installed in 1882. That is one of the most haunted houses in America. It's called the Buford House. Up until the day he was murdered here in Tombstone.
The rock shop now.
The house with a horse tied up to the hitching rail. That is where Wyatt Earp lived while he was here in town.
Wyatt's house.
That home is open for tours from time to time, but they had to close that building several years ago because of honeybees. The hive in the attic was so enormous that honey was dripping out in between the bricks.
You don't go in there.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed your tour of historic Tombstone, and as I do mainly get paid by tips, I do have a small bucket up here.
Well, that's definitely worth the $15. How we drove past Wyatt Earp's house multiple times. I know. Saw where Morgan lived. Is really neat. On to the world's largest rose bush. It's like a museum too. It's not just the rose bush. See, that's the actual top that Wyatt Earp carried right there.
Wow.
What?
The draft horseshoe. Look how big that
Whoa, its feet are huge. It's only $5 to get in here. What a deal, huh? Look at the calendar on the bottom. They said over $1 billion was brought out of here. In today's money. This is a real old building too. Everything's warped floors and cluttered drawers. There's Tosh's baby photo. I swear I've seen one just like it. This is Colonel Macia. I guess he's from here. He was part of the Doolittle raid. His jacket was torn while bailing out over China. That's incredible. Now, do they sell these in the gift shop or what? As if you gossip, you got that.
I'm about to knock you out.
And this is the world's largest rose bush. It is all above us. And that, look at the trunk of this thing. I didn't realize a rose bush could get this big. Tosh loves rose bushes. It's got to be 40 feet in every direction. I didn't realize they could get this big. Maybe because it doesn't freeze here? It's got to be 6 feet at the trunk. It's listed in the Guinness Book of World Records and in Ripley's Believe It or Not. The root for this was sent from Scotland in 1885. That's how old this is. I didn't know they could live that long. Oh, wow. I bet when this thing blooms, it's incredible. It takes up the size of a building.
They said it doesn't require any food, but they have to prune it. Every January they prune it.
Yeah, when they said world's largest, I didn't think it was this big. Like, I thought it was like way smaller. If I didn't know any better, I just thought it was a tree, you know? Man, they've took good care of it for all those years, huh?
Wow.
I wonder how much it weighs while these poles holding it up. I love these roadside attractions like this. There's a marge for scale, guys, on how big this thing is. Massive rose bush. Definitely worth the $5. Your entry is a postcard. You could mail it back.
Oh, cool.
What a deal.
Oh, look, that shows it with the white blooms.
Oh, yeah. It's lunchtime. Last time we were here, we ate at the Longhorn. It was really good. But I want to try the Crystal Palace. Oh, wow. Look at the bar here. Wow. Look at the old roulette wheel. There's no telling what that bar costs. Tombstone's playing there in the birdcage over there. Look at the old picture of this from back in what looks to be the 50s. Here's 1882. 1882. Look, it's the same bar. There it is in 1937. See the light fixtures even? Same ones. This is the oldest saloon in Tombstone, 1879. Got me a steak and whatever cowboy potatoes are. Oh, that was really good. Really cool building. We've almost made it down one side. We've been here forever. I'm just taking it slow. We walked over here to Fremont Street to go to the Tombstone Western Heritage Museum, but apparently it's closed. I don't know why. This is a Saturday. You'd think it'd be their biggest day. Second time I came here and not got to go there. I brought Tosh into the Birdcage Theater. I came here last time, but she didn't. It says this table right here was the actual table that Doc Holliday was dealing Pharaoh when he got into the argument with Johnny Ringo. That's the actual table right there. It's really cool though. The Birdcage is worth going through. He's the most well-armed man I've ever seen. Double shoulder holsters, double hip holsters. Don't know. We have walked the whole town. I may go into this Gunfighter Hall of Fame. Looks like it might be pretty cool. These are from the movie Tombstone. There's a Lee Van Cleef's gun from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. 310 to Yuma. Custer. Presented to Pat Garrett after he got Billy the Kid in 1880. Man, Roy Rogers. He was a real showman. Frank James, 1875, Remington. Jesse James Schofield. Tom Mix, the most famous Western star from the silent era. Butch Cassidy. Texas John Slaughter. We saw his house on that tour. Doc Holliday stuff here. He was a dentist. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. Johnny Ringo here. Wild Bill Hickok. He's pretty much responsible for the quick draw we see in movies today. Stuff from the movie Tombstone. Curly Bill, Ringo, Water. So that's pretty cool. The problem I have with places like that is they claim all that stuff's legitimate. Like, I would believe a couple of them if you had 1 or 2 or 3, but if you had 100, it's like...
It's a gun like he had.
There's probably 100 museums in the country that say they have the same one, you know? So it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. I don't know. They claim it's real. I'm kind of skeptical, but it's still cool either way. Worth $8. The town is really filled up now. All the parking lots are about full. People everywhere. I think we've seen it all, Marge.
It was a good day.
It was a great day. I loved it. I'm telling you, I think it's my favorite town we've ever been to. Like, I'd come back tomorrow. I may. So we're headed to Bisbee, which is directly south of here towards Mexico. We've never been there. Once again, a historic mining town. It's mentioned in a lot of Western movies. They have the Queen Mine Tour, which I just called and booked the last 2 spots they had. You need one of them in your yard, don't you?
I've been saying that for like 4 years now.
They're so cool. You always see them out here. They got them old telephone poles here.
Wow.
Oh, I'm surprised they're still standing. Still got the glass insulators. This is at Mule Pass Tunnel, 1958.
Amazing.
It's held up. This looks like the houses we saw in Mexico, you know?
Built on the mountain.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That is so cool, huh?
Oh, Ralphie would love it.
He would absolutely love it. This looks like a really neat town to walk around, huh? Mm-hmm. The old post office. 1882 library, it says. Man, what a beautiful shot down through here. Almost looks like a foreign country, doesn't it? It's not very typical of like an American town, the way it's built. I don't know what that building is. That is a huge lavender pit mine.
It's wild.
So it's an open pit lavender copper mine. Started in 1917, ended in 74. 4,000 feet wide, 5,000 feet long, 850 feet deep. I've never seen one so big. You believe how big that is?
It's humongous.
And they haven't mined here since the 1970s.
What?
You're right here at the edge, aren't you?
Yeah.
The story I saw on this was this street used to be the town ahead of us, but the mine took it. So where the town used to be, for the most part, is gone into the mining now.
And there's
Look at all the old cars. This is such a cool street. So you can drive down through here. This is crazy. That is so crazy. 56 Chevy over here driving around. It's beautiful. What a cool place, huh?
Yeah.
You know, this gas station's just like right here at the edge of the mine. Little advertising. Here's the view from up here. This is just the coolest town. It looks like they just closed up shop in the 1950s and it all got left here. So I believe this town is Lowell. Yeah, oh wait, it says on that building. The Breakfast Club, so that's still open. I've never seen anywhere with so many old cars. Like Williams, Arizona is kind of like this, but not like this much. What a cool place to walk the streets. Looks like most of these places down here aren't open. Look at all the old antique stuff they got right here on the street. I love it. It's awesome they can leave this stuff out here. Nobody takes it. 409 valve covers. Man, look at that old Diamond T over there. That's crazy. There's a 59 Bel Air. Look how solid this car is. Just sitting here. Old V12 Jag here. Stepside C10. They even got old buses and everything. All the artwork is cool on the buildings. World War II era painting on the window. Glass gas pumps back there. I wonder who owns all this. Some of it's not even open. Just seems like it's their collection, like they collected the buildings. Cool old Suburban. I like the color. That was unexpected. That's such a cool spot there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was here. Look at this abandoned thing over here. It must have been something to do with the mine.
Yeah.
Almost looks like a railroad turntable.
Oh, yeah.
We're here at the Queen Mine Tour. It's just across the street from old downtown Bisbee here. It looks like a pretty cool mine tour. I think you ride something like that into it. It's a big building. They give you these cool tags you put on there. This may be the coolest one we've been to.
Of course, he's got to watch the video.
Glowing rock. Squeeze likes this stuff. I'm gonna have to get her one.
Yeah.
Mine tags. That rock even glows afterwards. That's really cool. Squeeze is gonna love it. That's how much stuff they brought out of here. 8 billion pounds of copper. That's us. I got our lights and everything. This is so. It is. We've never done this way before. There's a little train right here. We sit on it like a horse. They're opening up the mine. Here we go. We're on the little train. Oh, this is so cool. We're going 1,200 feet inside this. Got our lights. Noisy.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed your tour. 4 levels above us, 2 levels below us. We have over 149 miles of track and tunnel. That right there happens to be the first shaft done in the Copper Queen mine here.
So they said this was hand dug back in the 1870s. Oh, we're going again. Ralphie would love this. Oh gosh, it goes way down there. Wow.
Thank God that's not part of the tour.
Yeah. That's what's holding the roof up. Huh. We're going and going, guys. This is the farthest I've been in a mine shaft for sure. There it goes far back in there. Another one over here. The little tracks here. Look at that little bike.
Right here, all right?
That's so cool.
And I'll get you right next right here. Now this right here, as you can see, is a shaft with 4 chute doors. Very beginning, what they did is they hired young men, 15 to 20-year-olds, for a 10-hour shift. At the very beginning, that's what they did. In later years, it was 3 8-hour shifts. Some of those mules, their vision would get bad because of being in the dark all this time. They give you a 10-foot pole with a stick of dynamite, nice little primer on it, and a 16-foot fuse. You open this halfway, go in about 3-4 feet in there, close that door, and then that boom is gonna loosen all that rock coming down. Nice little bicycle they made up on the shop up on the top. Easy for them, as you can see right here, right there. Piece of cake. They made it with aluminum wheels for them. That's why it's so light. Follow me down this way. Now, after 1914, they started bringing in some drills. Well, the first drills were problematic. They were called Widowmakers. Solution was water, but that came in years later. It would take you 6 to 8 hours to drill 25 holes 7 feet into that mountain. Now, this one right here, what you're gonna do is you want that one to be grabbing into something. Follow me down this way, and I'll tell you about blasting down here. Now, this right here represents 25 holes 7 feet into that mountain. When I light it, it's gonna go off 6 minutes afterwards, And then 25 seconds later, all of these will have gone off.
Is that the bathroom?
Communicate with, you come to level 1, you hit 1 that fell. We fixed that up right there.
Oh, that fell.
You see this old timber right here? Next year, 100 years old. 3-ton ore car. And this over here is a Finley loader. And then the most important part right here, a nice little bathroom. You know why they did 2 holes on that? Companionship. This way you can sit down and solve your problems.
Joe wrote his name on here, 1925. So cool. Back to our little train. Said it would move 15 tons, the little train we're on. Back out. Oh. Next stop. We're going upstairs this time. Oh wow, this is big. Oh man, must have been a lot of ore in this room. He's up there working.
Okay, folks, this is a stope. S-T-O-P. This is where you get your good ore deposits. The quality of the ore that they were getting out of here was 23%, which is unheard of in mining today for that quality of ore. It was gold, lead, silver, zinc, magnesium. Right up there, you got some malachite and some azurite mixed in there. It's going to take over 100 pounds of rock to make 1 pound of copper. Little lighting right below that right there, that's a little silver right in there. This stope took over 4 years to make. We have one stope that's called the ballpark. You can actually play a nice baseball game in that stope right there. You're going to hit, you're going to turn. You're going to hit, turn. Every time you hit it, you are going to be turning it. June 14, 1975, they closed the mines here for good. And one day, and copper prices on June 14th went down from $2 a pound to 25 cents a pound.
Oh, wow.
So after all of that, they closed the mines in one day. Tools, everything is still the same. Nobody was allowed back into the mine.
Were you a miner?
2 years.
2 years?
Yes, sir. This concludes my tour.
We're going back out. That was awesome. There's a huge city down here if you get to explore it all. That thing must have a big battery to pull all this. I think there's a mine over there. That's such a cool little thing to ride on. Thank you. You did a great job.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I think that's definitely the best mine tour we've ever done. I can't believe it's only $15, honestly.
I was going to ask you how much it cost.
It's like over an hour long and everything.
That's the mountain we was in?
Yeah, we were underneath this mountain, yeah. There's no telling how deep we were. There's no telling what's hidden back in some of those rooms. It makes me wish we would have brought the kids here when we were in Tombstone.
They would have loved this.
We had really thought about doing it. I can't remember. I think the day we were in Tombstone, it got too late to come down here.
Yeah.
It'd be great to bring kids to. So check it out. We are going to take a different route back to Sierra Vista. On our way, we're going to go to the Mexico border at NACO. The tour guide was saying there was 3 of these things, and this is the last one left. They're tearing it down as well, and it was made to separate out the different minerals. I wonder why they're tearing that down. Kind of sad, huh?
Yeah.
There's some more of this lowell. It's weird seeing a big section of it like that. So it's taller over here and not as tall to the left. I guess you can drive right up to it. I don't want to get in trouble. I bet they're watching us already with cameras.
Oh yeah, you see the cameras on all the poles. It's like cameras.
what is it, like 32 feet tall, I think? Look, you just keep going off in the distance. Look at all these barriers right here. I guess they put that there when they want to. I don't see any signs saying you're not supposed to. I don't know. You can drive in between it. Look at that.
Oh, no, don't do that.
There's 2 walls. Barbed wire all over the inside one. I didn't realize there's 2 here. I really didn't realize you can get this close to it. All right, let's get out of here before some officer shows up. This is like a cattle thing here.
Do this.
Told me what?
Yeah.
That's Mexico.
You're about to go us into Mexico.
Oh.
You went the wrong way.
I can't go in. You gotta turn around.
Turn around.
It says no access.
You went the wrong way.
Oh, great. I thought you could drive into the town from here.
No.
You can't.
He's trying to drop me off, I swear.
No wonder this road goes so close to the border. This is the only way you can go is into Mexico. Look at the old cars down here. Right here in the border. Look at this old camp here.
Wow.
Oh, are they tearing it down?
They're tearing it down.
Look at all that. Why would they tear this down?
Demolition stuff.
Yeah, because they're painting on stuff. Camp NACO. Damn, why would you tear this down? What a cool building. Love it. I wish it wasn't all fenced off. I want to go in there. I bet inside the buildings looks cool. Look at the old buildings across the street even.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that was the officers' houses right there. Camp NACO, 1911 to 1923. Is that they had African-American Buffalo soldiers here to patrol the border and protect U.S. citizens who came to NACO to watch the Mexican Revolutionary battles raging across the line. That's crazy. There's some more. It's crazy the effort they put forth to like build fences around it. All this, and then clearly they've got like an excavator over here.
Yeah.
It appears to be tearing this stuff down. Cool campsite there. Talk about a beautiful sunset. We can still see the wall from here. Right there it is. What did that used to be?
Some type of compound? Miracle Valley today. Something.
Look, it's so creepy. What is that place? It looks like a church or something. Well, it has a cross on the top of it. That's so weird looking that it's just sitting here empty. It reminds me of like Jim Jones or Waco or something. Old farmhouse there. Sitting abandoned. Back to our home away from home. We'll see you guys in the morning. We're up before the sun this morning. Didn't even get a continental breakfast because it's not open until 7. First stop is Fairbank, which is like a ghost town. And if I have my history correct, I believe this is the town where in the movie Tombstone you see Wyatt Earp protecting his brothers as they're getting on the train to leave. I think Fairbank was the town that happened in. It's 34 degrees this morning here. I'd prefer Arizona at 34 degrees rather than 115. Fairbank was the closest railroad depot to Tombstone, so I would think that most of the people that came into Tombstone would have came through Fairbank on the train. I just looked down and it's 27 degrees now. I'm in shorts and flip-flops. I figured it would be warmer. Fairbank Historic Town Site. Closed sunset to sunrise. It may be early. Right here at the parking lot, there's already a bunch of old metal scraps. We're the only ones here, I think. A little bit of a walk over here. Here's what's left of the town. I guess maybe they do some work to keep the buildings from falling in. Seems like they use a lot of metal siding in the west. That looks like a chicken house. You got an outhouse over there. Can't go inside the buildings. It's a pretty big building here. Temporarily closed. I wish you could go in them. There's the Fairbank Schoolhouse. Looks like the only one that's really in great shape still. Man, this is a big building here. I guess it's a post office, maybe? It appears everything is temporarily closed around here, but very big building. I just love the way this thing looks. So it says it was originally a stagecoach stop on the way to Tombstone. All this adobe stuff's coming on. Every time I go somewhere like this, I'm like, I'd like to see what it used to look like in the 1880s, because this had its boom at the same time Tombstone was booming. Marge just froze. Froze.
That water's frozen in that bucket right there.
Neat town here. If you want to hike 1.2 miles, there's a mill that way, but Marge and me ain't got it in us this morning in the freezing. You want in? You want in? Let me find the button. I can't find it. You're such a baby.
So cool.
It'll be 90 in here now.
Turn it on.
How do you start this thing? With her, it's either like 90 or 60 on this thing. Now it's down to 24 degrees here. On to Mescal movie set. This is where some more of the movie Tombstone was filmed. It's actually not open today. I'm hoping we can just see some from the road. He's got a lot of tractors, don't he? This is our exit, Mescal Road. So the same movies were filmed here that were filmed at Old Tucson. The Quick and the Dead, Outlaw Josie Wells. So you might recognize the buildings or the mountain range in the background from those movies. No telling how many movies have been filmed out here. You can do tours here, but they don't start until next month. I guess they still film movies out here to this day. Well, that gave you a better view of it, huh?
Yep.
All right, on to the next stop. Head towards Tucson. So we're coming into Tucson here. There's supposed to be a big airplane boneyard here. I think it's actually owned by the military. They just store these old planes there.
What is that over there?
Oh, it's like a little tent city. People living there. Like all through here. So this is South Kolb Road, K-O-L-B Road. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
They're massive. And there are thousands of them through here on both sides of the road. I guess they're just decommissioned planes. The military just stores out here. They're so much bigger than I thought they would be.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I've never seen an airplane junkyard. It's not really a junkyard, I guess, because they're not selling parts of them. Look all back there. There's small parts way back in there, smaller planes. I wonder when the last time these were used. Somebody let us know in the comments if you know the specifics of these things. It looks like they've been patched up. Like, what's the little white stripes and stuff?
Well, and their glass and stuff in the front's covered up or something.
I guess they're just in storage in case we need them. There's about a bazillion of them over here, too. Wow. Be cool to go out there and see them. Something really big up here parked.
Yes.
They're parked in groups. I don't know planes good enough to tell you what all of them are.
There's some little guys up there, too.
Oh, wow, those are like jets, aren't they? Turn down a different street here on the edge of it. Wow, look at those big ones. There's no telling what the military stores in different places, you know, that we don't even know about. Just thousands of planes out here sitting in the desert. I mean, those look like almost the size of commercial jets, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Wow, we pulled over here. That's a Coast Guard one there. I don't know how many acres of plains out here. I'll show you a satellite view of it right now, but unbelievable how many are out here just sitting here. Look like they've been here a long time. You can't see through the windshields at all. They must have encapsulated these things. They probably spent a fortune getting them ready for storage. I wonder why they didn't just sell them to civilians to use, you know?
There's my cactuses.
It's your truck and my color.
Yep.
Very clean. I mean, we haven't seen a single old vehicle out here rusted out. That's a 250 too. Lock it.
So we are on Highway 79, heading up from Tucson towards the Phoenix area. So Tom Mix, the silent movie era top dog in Western movies back then, he was driving up through here in his 1937 Cord. He had a hog leg. He crashed up here in 1940 into a wash. From what I understand, he probably would have survived the crash, but he had a metal briefcase behind his head full of money and jewels, and that's what did him in. That's one way to go, huh? Your money got you. So we're about to go see the spot. So this is where the crash happened, right here at the wash. I just wonder how many people even know who Tom Mix was nowadays, you know?
He was born in 1880, so the year before the gunfight at the OK Corral. Somebody shot the memorial. Who does that stuff? He was a pallbearer at Wyatt Earp's funeral, because Wyatt Earp lived in Los Angeles towards the end of his life and hung out around the movie sets.
I'm thinking that like 90% of his movies aren't even available anymore because the type of film they record them on is like deteriorates, and a lot of those old silent movie films are just gone now, unfortunately. He was like a Brad Pitt of his day, you know, like a big name actor. Now we are going to keep heading north towards Goldfield Ghost Town. If you watched our summer trip video from a year and a half ago, we actually came here, but it was right at sunset. It was 115 degrees and everything was shut down. Hopefully everything will be open this time. They actually have a mine tour that we may take. Look at the beautiful mountain range off to your right here. We're about to pull up at Goldfield. I don't know what that place is there. You can see Goldfield up here in the distance. And it's not fake. It was actually a gold mining town. Man, there's a lot of people here now. There's like nobody here. Whoa, look at the parking lot.
Wow.
Okay, well hopefully there's room for us.
I think it does have the prettiest backdrop of any of the towns we've ever been to. That mountain range right there is beautiful. I think it's the Superstition Mountains, I believe. But yeah, we had to park down here in the lower 40. I see horses. The Motherlode Mercantile. Man, that's such a cool place. I think they do gunfights and stuff here in the streets. Man. Cactus everything, Marge.
Last call for the 11:30 mine tour if you've got your black state ticket.
Oh man, look at that. Hercules 6 engine. I think it's the second one of those we saw on this trip. So here's the mine over here. God, he scared me. All the cowboys out here. Go in the museum here. Yeah. So it said they took 2,000 pounds of gold out of here, which in today's prices they said would be like $500 million in gold. They did that in 4 years. Crazy. They got all kinds of like dinosaur stuff and stones and everything. Everybody's got a barbed wire display. Your washing machine, Marsh?
Yep.
Spanish armor. 6mm cap and ball. Oh, here's the safe, I guess. Native copper, 200 pounds. 1886 bar from here. Started out in Prescott and ended up here in Goldfield. The buffalo coat worn by Robert Redford and Jeremiah Johnson in 1972. We watched that movie recently. And this is Doc Holliday's actual suit. It was bought from the Wells Fargo Museum in Tombstone in 1985. So he actually wore that suit. Looks like the one in the picture, doesn't it? I think that's it. It's pretty short. Uh-oh, them people are getting hung over. Oh, gosh. That's a beautiful place. The cactus shop, you gotta go in there. Oh, man. Everything in here is cactus stuff. Does that turn into those big ones we've been seeing?
I don't know.
They're so little. This is the perfect store for you. Everything cactus you could possibly want. Here's the kind of cactus she needs. Gunfights in like 10 minutes.
Like I said, you have an entire street from the museum all the way over. I see all of you clumped up together here.
This is so much more lively than when we were here last time. They've already drawn their line in the sand. Look at her coming out of the cactus store with a box. Look at you. Granny's got a shotgun over there, and this guy's got 3 on him.
Alrighty, Goldfield, are you folks ready to see a gunfight?
Can't take her nowhere.
We're all gonna turn around, we're gonna shoot you!
Oh! Whew. That's loud. That's loud. This is a reenactment, YouTube. Not real.
Good morning to you, sir. How you doing today?
I understand. I wanted
I ain't worried about that. We got a hanging at 2 o'clock today. We'd like to get all the firearms turned in the jail, if you'd be so kind. Hey, I need a hand here. I need their break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Got to turn those guns in. No.
Everybody got one.
You're still alive? You alone? Yeah, no good for nothing. I was out of my turn, and you put a hole in my vest. All for nothing. What? Are you okay, Sheriff? Oh, I'm gonna be a doctor. 1, 2, 3.
Are you okay?
Oh, they're dead. Don't feel good first, folks. Give them a hand.
That was pretty good.
Well, thank you very kindly, folks.
I always like watching those shootouts like that. It's pretty good. You can get tattoos or ride a horse. Maybe both at the same time. I don't know. We're gonna see about eating something. Maybe we beat people to the restaurant here. It says that this saloon started in 1893. So they first found gold ore here in 1892. And the cactuses.
They don't have sweet tea and they don't have raspberry tea. They have prickly pear tea.
Something with cactus.
Something.
It's not bad.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's not bad. I was scared.
I love it.
Yeah, it's not bad. I thought it was going to be kind of bitter or something.
Anything cactus I love, no matter what.
Clearly.
Happy birthday.
All right, barbecue and chicken.
Yeah.
I'm used to more of a sweet barbecue than that, but it's pretty good. All kinds of cowboys out here. There's a good photo right there. Beautiful. And look at this old one. Got a 4-cylinder. I believe it's old Jaguar. Looks like. You don't see too many Jags this old in America. Looks like they've done some modifications to the frame. They must have used it around here for something. I think we're gonna go ahead and sign up for the mine tour. We'll see how it compares to the one in Bisbee. We got our tickets, which is sticks of dynamite. They got so much cool antiques out here though. We got a windmill and cacti and a mountain. Got some sort of old truck over there. Couple old trucks. It's like a record. They got signs everywhere talking about rattlesnakes, so I'm trying to keep my distance. She's found chipmunk over here. Look at the size of this stuff. It's crazy. A little bit of everything laying around here.
That's the last call for the 115 tour.
Time for our tour. Put our dynamite sticks in here. It said it was over 1,000 feet deep. It would take an hour to go down the elevator in pitch black dark back in the day.
All of us?
I don't know.
Oh, Lord, we all fit.
Absolutely.
We ain't all fitting.
All right. Inhale.
Come on.
Squeeze them in.
Oh, no.
Now, this is a 40-man cage, but there's 22 of you. They were given 1 gallon of water at the beginning of their shift and 4 candles made from animal fat. You have to ration those candles because if you were to start them all at one time, it wouldn't even last an hour. We're going to go down 2 levels altogether. Now your hoist operator, he's the one controlling the cable. He knows when to stop. Just like this.
Was he in there with us?
He is. Now I get to play ballerina and squeeze through and
Like that, right?
We'll do it this way. So the first thing they do is pair you up. You get to work with your best buddy. Most of the jobs down here are 2-man jobs.
So he said it would take all day to drill one hole by hand with this. 2 guys, one hitting it with a hammer, one holding that. And they had to do 21 of them to set up to blast. So 21 days.
Dynamite. They weren't weighing what they were putting in these sticks. They were stuffing it full. And you couldn't even go like this. Crazy volatile. 13 years old is what you could be and working the mine out here. And you were paid $3 a day for this job, just like the miners. This is the light you work in. Yeah. When it comes time to use the facility here, the guys love their privacy. They just go. It was the highest paying job in the territory by far.
Oh, man. It really opens up in here.
I'll make sure I got everybody.
It's big, isn't it?
It's big.
And the tunnels can go out as far as a couple of miles. We got 6 levels below us, and they all look just like this. They drilled so deep in the underground operation, the 1,000-foot level, they hit water. So 500 guys were underground when that thing cut loose, and they had to get to the surface like right now. From what I read, they all got out. So they pack up their belongings and they leave. Your businesses in town, they close. We had 5 really good years from 1893 to 1898. They got so much silver, it covered the operations. The gold was a bonus. So you're looking at what, 300 million? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. They say there's at least that much down there still, but you can't get to it because of the water. Arsenic, mercury, all those things, heavy poisons. Oh, it's bad. Goldfield in its heyday, from 1893 to 1898, had more people than Phoenix, Tempe, and Mesa combined at the time.
Oh, wow. This goes way up. Oh, Lord. So it feels like you're going down this elevator, but it's actually like a illusion. You just go straight through. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
She's seen another cactus, guys. This ain't good. You can get little feet that go on your fingers. I ain't never had them. Yes, a sarsaparilla at the mercantile here.
The granddaddy of all root beers.
That's how it's done, March.
Marge is over here drinking and shopping. Oh, like another cactus.
He just really wanted to haul with me. Oh, Lord almighty.
It's pretty neat. They do a different gunfight every time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. Usually you have to pay to watch these at Western towns. They're all posing for a photo over there. It's pretty neat. They have like a lot bigger cast than most of the Western towns we've seen. Definitely the best show we've seen in a town. We're walking up this way. It's a beautiful building here. Old time photos, pottery stuff. I guess you can do horseback riding. And they even got a chapel up here. Oh man, all the woodwork in here. Beautiful views in every direction around here. And once again, it's like perfectly solid, not any rust at all. People would pay top dollar for that. It looks like a painting or something. It almost looks fake. Isn't that what Wall said about the Grand Canyon? There is like a small train here. It's not a full-size train. I think we're gonna head out of here. Super cool town. They really put a lot of work into it. I've not seen a dually Cybertruck before. Somebody's built one. Look at all these trucks coming in here. Look at her dog in the back.
He's ready to go.
That's me and Scooter right there.
Yes.
We are going to head back towards Tucson now because we got to spend the night there. Our airplane leaves out in the morning. But on the way, we're going to go a different route back and go to the Casa Grande ruins. We're filling up the Jeep for the last time. It did end up getting about 23 on average according to the dash, but I'm not a fan of the whole stop-start engine thing. Like every time you hit the brakes, the engine dies. If you're real quick, like off the brakes on the gas, it's trying to start the engine with the starter as the car's taking off, and it's really shaky. I'm not a fan of that. Aside from that, it did all right, I guess. This place closes in like 20 minutes, so hopefully we can get in and see it before it closes. Marge held us over at the Western place.
Please.
Buying cactus stuff. No fee, really.
Cool.
I see it from here. I think they built the cover back in the 1930s.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. They're protecting it.
Yeah. I can't believe they don't charge for this. Look at all the walls here. Man, it's big. I'm glad we got here in time. This is really cool. It's bigger than I thought it would be. 3 stories high, it looks like. It's very big. Look how thick the walls are. Well, I guess you can go in it. Marge did. Some of the walls are in really rough shape. Of course, people have carved their name in the wall. Guess they're doing some work to preserve it.
They had no cars, they had money back.
It says it was built in 1350. Nobody was here by 1450. And the first Europeans saw this in the 1600s. And it started becoming popular in the late 1800s as the stagecoach went by here. So here's some more over here. So I guess there was like a whole town here.
I didn't expect to be that tall. I was triple decker
I know.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Dang.
I guess this is what it used to look like. Is that a cactus?
Yeah, this is a cactus after it's died. That's what's left.
So it feels like wood, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're telling us it's closing time. This is where we're at in 1931. There's kind of a map of the whole area and what was here. Well, this is from the 1880s. Wow. And you want to exit through the gift shop. Gotta get that photo. You like the purple ones, huh? Definitely a more significant building than I thought it would be. We are headed down to Tucson now. More roadside stuff. Left abandoned. We got a tornado over here to the right for me. It's actually chasing us down. Not today, right?
Not today.
The old restaurant gazebo. I guess the restaurant's going. The sign's still there. Well, we made it to Tucson just as the sun's going down. Marge got us a place here right by the airport, so we should be able to go right over there and drop the rental car off in the morning. But we gotta organize all of our stuff and figure out if we can fit this on the plane or have to ship it back. Yeah, I think this will fit on the carry-on. Well, Miss Arizona, you ready to go?
Yes.
Believe it or not, we fit all that stuff into this right here. I don't know how. We actually gave away the food and drinks that we didn't use to our waitress last night. Went to Denny's. We just tried to downsize as much as we could. Head to the airport. Let's get out of here. I mean, we got fighter jets looping around the airport here. How cool. Yeah, this looks a lot less hectic than Atlanta. Well, she was a good one. We did right at 1,800 miles. I will say, that Jeep had some get up and go. Like, it was no joke. You punched it, it was gone for a little 4-cylinder. Now we just got 4 hours to wait in the airport. Again.
We're only lining up the wheelchairs for pre-board. Thank you so much.
There's jets all out there here. We've seen like 30 or 40 of them take off. Headed home. We're up. lot of turbulence on that one.
The next stop is Concourse A. A is in Atlanta.
Well, we got our luggage. It's just got one less wheel, that's all. Just one less wheel. $152 to park here for 7 days. Crazy, huh? I'm sure it's in here somewhere. We finally found it. Over here dragging this 3-wheeled luggage. Let's get home. Well, it was super late when we got home last night after 11 o'clock. So we didn't get to do the normal meeting the kids in the front yard thing we usually do. They were already asleep. They went to school this morning. So they enjoyed their gifts we got them. We didn't show everything we got, but Ralphie really liked his tongs. He's going to use those in his blacksmithing business, I guess. Squeeze likes her glowing rock a bunch.
She does like the rock.
Wall likes her hat and her shirt and stuff. So, and we had a blast. Hopefully you saw some places in Arizona that you didn't know existed. I know we kind of got off the beaten path a little bit here and there. I mean, what was your favorite, Marge?
Oh, probably the big cactuses are probably top.
Was it Segura National Park?
I can't say it, so I don't know if I'm
something. So the cactus park, you loved it.
I loved it. I did like the sphere. That was really interesting.
Yeah, we did a little bit of modern stuff and a bunch of old-timey stuff. Yeah. Tombstone's #1 for me. Like,
it is a neat town.
Tombstone's my favorite town I've ever visited. I feel like I've actually seen it now. Like, we spent most of the day there this time, combined with us going there before. It was just like, I love that town. It just checks a lot of boxes for me. It's touristy without having the normal tourist stuff in it. It's like different stuff.
Yeah.
I drove all the time this time, which is completely unusual for me.
I enjoyed
Usually
it.
she's driving, but I told her I wanted to try to not edit on the road this time and actually take it all in and really get to experience the whole thing. Usually we're gone so long on the summer trips, I basically have to edit because I don't have an editor because you got to get a video out every week, you know? But I know this was a little bit of an unusual video. No kids in this video, no animals aside from animals that weren't ours. But we had a good anniversary trip. Thanks for coming along with us. You can check out our merchandise at thesleeperdude.com. Check out our second channel, Sleeper Dude 2. Third channel, Sleeper Dude Armed. Sleeper Dude on Rumble. Sleeper Dude 88 on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys watching. In our next video, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming. So, thanks for coming along with us. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.